I mean,
forgot which character I needed for a second.
Alright, get a load of that velvety fuck. Okay, we have almost everyone. Except Evan. That is okay, we can wait for the end. And I do assume Aiden is driving.
He's wearing his headset as if he thinks that he's connected, so I'm intrigued by this.
Actually, my class was canceled, so.
Aww. Very exciting.
So who ended up sleeping in what room? Did we ever figure that out?
Yes, I'm going to say that I think I talked to Mike and Ega would have at least eventually let Rap in.
Fantastic.
And Jacob isn't here, so we don't have to worry about his character. For all intents and purposes, his character will briefly at least cease to exist for mechanical purposes, because I ain't fucking with that.
I mean, that's just...
I think so. I mean, I don't really know at this point. We'll see.
Alright.
I mean,
either way,
him
I'm not stressed about it.
Him just vanishing is literally just Adventure League rules. When he's needed,
Basically.
he's there, and for the record, he's always been there. He's always up to date.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Evan left our last campaign, and our DM is just like, yep, he got kidnapped. And so all of us are like, but my character wouldn't just let him be kidnapped. Okay, but let's just meta this out a little, because we know that he doesn't want to come back, at least right now. DM, could you come up with something other than he got kidnapped, please?
Hey, I did that once. It wasn't that bad. It served a purpose. It was good.
Yeah, but in this case, it's just gonna serve the purpose of everyone being like, but my character...
This is true.
I find that die.
Alright.
Eventually.
So I believe we more or less have everyone. So, we have a couple orders of bisounis.
Should we wait
first-
for Evan to actually
I was
join?
gonna say...
Oh, is he not here?
he's
Oh,
in the
fine.
background.
I'll wait. My god. Evan! That's D&D time, damn it!
We can see you on Discord.
We know you're over there. Dude, imagine one of y'all ever just doesn't feel like playing and you try to bow out and then we just see them walk sheepishly through the background.
I was thinking, like, when he passed by and you're like, okay, so everyone's here, I'm like, but he can't hear you yet.
Yes, semantics.
He did finish my deck, though.
I love that. What kind of deck is it?
Version 1, he says. What kind of
I
deck
just
is
remember
it?
like what colors and
Blue,
shit.
black, green? I don't know. Hold on.
Oh my god, everyone's here! It's magical!
Officially this time. Ooh.
Yes. Drink water, I'm thirsty.
That's the computer.
All are gonna hate me today, buddy.
So it is Tormod the Desecrated and Kydel, Prophet of Crufix, partnered.
Love that.
So self-mill to make zombie tokens.
I see. Alright. So, orders of bisounis. One order of business, probably the first thing, is that I am going to briefly solve the music thing up front so that everyone can get their volume adjusted and we understand it works for everyone. Namely, of course, just as I posted this poll about how we were going to figure out how to do YouTube on Discord because Spotify music for D&D is shit. Oh, guess what? Discord decided to fuck me over. Well, not fuck me over. It is a blessing, but it's a blessing in disguise because it made me look like a fool. That's called the watch party activity, which we now have, which means I can just share YouTube with you all through Discord. It's great. So I am going to just do that, and then I will say, so any of you that would like can start thinking about this. I am going to nominate you for one of a session recap, or you can volunteer. And if you don't volunteer, I will pick one. So think about it that way. Okay. So basically, I will start the activity, and then people can join. You can adjust the volume on your end. You have to make it the big screen. You can make it the little screen again, so once you make it the big screen. I do recommend that because, you know, I mean, unless you want to look at the YouTube videos too closely. So I will test it out with our opening music. Obviously, Mike, don't join.
Yeah, I know. Copyright and stuff.
Yeah, basically. And then I think, what did we run into last time? I think it's that you can get ads, but you can get rid of them by skipping them? Something like that. You may briefly get an ad. You should be able to skip the ads if so. We did not run into ad problems last time. If we run into ad problems this time, I'll have to reconsider this. But we did not run into ad issues last time. So, for those of you who would like to listen to YouTube music, are you in the activity? Does it work fine? Can you hear the thing?
Fine with me. My
What the hell?
so I'm like hearing like half a Discord through my headphones and half of my Discord through my laptop speakers for some reason. But
Okay. I mean, like,
I might close out and relaunch and see if
yeah,
that works.
you're all good. Take your time. It's all good. We're not in a hurry. We still have
Yeah.
plenty of time before we're even supposed to start normally.
I'm
Don't-
gonna
don't
go
know
ahead
what
and
happened.
start my computer real quick because it is
Okay.
slow.
When I was
Right.
joining your axolotl game yesterday, that was yesterday, right?
Yes.
I never could hear the music that you were saying was so pretty. I don't know why. I just couldn't.
I wonder if you
I
had your
don't-
stream volume off. Did you have your stream volume on?
Well, I could hear you.
Yeah, but that's
The stream volume
that's
is a
voice
separate
chat.
volume, actually. In
Oh.
Discord, if someone is streaming something, that's a separate volume, which is probably why, so...
Maybe
It's
it
alright.
was
I mean,
on
if
my
you
phone.
want, I have the video of it, which, like, does have a lot of the pretty music, and then, you know, features, like, a half hour of me crying my brains out and talking about shit, so, you know.
Sorry,
yeah, it
I
was
missed
fun.
that.
Oh, God, no, it's fine. I mean, I streamed for... It was like a 12-hour fucking thing. Like, I went to bed
I
at, like,
saw
3:30.
I
So-
saw that. No, I'm good. I'm
Yeah, I
curious about
figured.
that game, but,
Yeah, it's...
on my phone, so finding like controls for that kind of stuff was just not gonna happen.
Nah, I totally get it. No, thank you for showing up for a little bit.
Worries. I left the stream to call Evan, and then I couldn't get back in. But
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you... So, you just had to join one of the voice channels and we could drag you back in, but it was okay.
worries.
It was all good. I set up a lot of restrictions around it because I literally did not want anyone just randomly joining and being like, oh, what's this? There's people in here. Ah! You know, so I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. Not on my watch. Not
I
happening.
missed all the trauma stuff, so.
You know, you probably did. It's probably for the best, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. It's a rough game, man. It's a rough game. It's a good game. It's brutal. It does not pull its punches. Who are we missing still? Oh, we're missing Aiden. Okay, I was like, I know we're missing someone.
And Evan's
right.
PC just shut down his Discord.
You're good. You're not the only one.
It's all good. We're going through our technical difficulties phase. And it gives whoever is eventually going to volunteer to do our last session recap lots of time to think about what they're going to say.
Be
Look,
vibe.
I'm gonna be honest. All I remember is that I beat the shit out of a child.
That's a good start. Honestly, it's not the worst start.
And I bought chicken nuts, which is weird because if I remember right, chickens don't have nuts.
They do have testicles. They don't have a nut sack.
Ah.
So they would be individual, like chicken testicles. I think they're
Yes.
more of an internal structure for chickens.
I was gonna say, I don't think that they're external, like on mammals.
Yes.
Roshin got enchanted by a fairy? Like, just, like, not literally, but
Oh yes. Who is?
fell in love with a fairy?
Can you send me the thing?
What
For
thing?
today.
Oh, the name?
Yeah.
I was about to cheat and get the VOD open, but that would
Look,
take.
you can open the VOD.
Yeah, but
You can do it in time.
I don't have the patience to skip through 4 hours to make a TLDR.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I don't think I have any lore in my in D&D Beyond. I think
Yep,
it's all
that's
in
fine.
that Word document.
Great, fantastic.
Sorry, I just finished eating my dinner, so I was pointing at away if I missed anything important, like the last 2 minutes or something.
No, you're totally fine.
You missed silence.
Yes, because I think we're just waiting for Evan to come back, and I'm
Okay.
messaging people being sneaky. Great. Good. Good. Perfect. Excellent. Well, how are you all today? Aside from, life, I guess. What's new? What's poppin'?
Vibing.
Nothing much.
Jay chillin'? Yeah, you guys are gonna have fun today. You're gonna have a great time.
Also, I just skipped to like the first 2.5 hours of the VOD, and so far everything I've said is right. I've got chicken nuts, and I beat a child.
You're doing great. I'm so
Destroy
proud of
the
you.
child.
The rest of the TLDR is helping the child.
Yeah, basically.
Card prophecy thing.
Yeah, we'll wait for Evan for the full recap, but
And something else, probably.
Excellent. I guess while we wait, I will steal. Actually, no, I don't know that I can leave and steal people if I'm running the activity. It's gonna stop the activity.
I don't know.
Great, let's
No.
find out.
Trying, at least.
Okay, the watch together will stay. Oh wait, you can see that because she's.
Welcome, fuckers.
As long as you don't pull everyone, the watch party stays.
What? No, get back here. No, I
Aiden,
need the two of you
Aiden, she
dipshits.
needs us.
I'm saying dipshit to you. Sorry, not dipshit to Aiden. Aiden was helpless. So, I will say, what would have happened last night is, Rap, I'll admit, have I fleshed this out entirely, how you got back to the party? No. Let's just say you knew a guy, you asked some questions, you went down to the city, you found a thing, and da-da-da-da-da, right? Great.
Yeah.
So, you find where they're staying, which is you can see it in the DM things, the fungus fixation. And you would have gone and knocked on one of the doors where that puffball guy would have told you that they were staying. Yeah, what would you have heard from within, Ega? You know, while we're just chilling, waiting. Might as well make this happen.
I mean, the typical paranoid. Who dare?
It's Rap.
You hear me stumble through to the door. Is there a peephole or something that I can see through at the door?
There would be probably like a keyhole, so you could look through the keyhole if you want.
Okay, so I'm looking through the keyhole.
Yeah.
Can I see Rap?
Yeah, you would presumably, unless Rap is, not standing in front of the door, be able to see at least around the waistline area of what would likely be a Rap. You could probably crane your head, you could probably see other shit. See that it would be Rappy Boy.
Okay, so I open the door, at least slightly, so I can see that it's actually Rap.
How many Raps do you know?
Never know. Bad people everywhere.
Sure. Can I come in?
Yes. Luckily, there's two beds. Otherwise, it would be awkward.
So what, is it just like a room just with two beds?
Yeah.
Then cool. He's going to flop down onto. No, he's going to first there's like a window, per se.
I don't know.
Milo?
Is there a window? Yes, so there would be like two beds and then like a window. So there's like the door on one side and then there's like the two beds, and then at the other side of the room at the back would be like sort of a cute little window with like a square grate on it, probably. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's like little square window.
Sure.
Yeah. You get the point.
All of the do they have like blinds or curtains or whatever?
They probably would not as is, like regularly. Partly just because it would likely just sort of face like a corner of like this little sort of forest garden thing that the place is in, or back of the. But no, basically the answer is not as is. No, but you could probably try and make some hang some makeshift ones if you wanted.
He's not super concerned. He just would have if there is, because I mean we're on like a higher floor or something, or.
These
Are we
should
at
all be
ground
first
level?
floor, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
The I think I said, yeah, sorry. The vibe art. It's more of like vibe art. It's not necessarily
good.
that nice of lodging. Sorry, it's like a ground level stuff.
You're all good. He's fine. He's just gonna try to turn, he's gonna flop onto the bed, exhausted, and he's just gonna kind of try to turn away from any windows.
Okay.
Just try to make sure that he's not if anybody were to peer in, they wouldn't see me, I guess.
Gotcha. So like you're essentially hiding from if someone were to see you if they appeared in the window. Yeah.
Exactly.
Roll me like, I know it sounds random, but roll me just a quick stealth check. Which sounds weird for sleeping, but you know, just like a little hide check basically.
Oh, you know.
Would me laying in between him, because I'm assuming it's like door, bed, window. So my body in front of him, would that give him any bonus?
No, the foot of the beds would be facing the door.
That would
okay.
be a... Actually, that'd be a dirty 20 because I would have taken off my armor, you know?
Sounds good. Alright, in that case, you all are able to presumably get a peaceful night's sleep.
Yes. Second sleep.
Yeah, not crazy interest.
Wait, what's up?
Not like crazy, like trying to hide or anything. Just trying to make like
Yeah.
basic kind of hiding.
Oh yeah, you're all good. Yep, I got you. You would not be really visible from the doorway. You'd be a vague lump at most.
Vibes.
Or sorry, the window. You know what I mean. Portal thing. Okay, great. Back to the main group. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey. I still set this to loop. Fantastic. So good at my job. So, ahem. Now that everyone is back and ready, I'm assuming, if I would please get one brave volunteer to give me an attempt at a recap of the last session of sorts.
I mean, I could give a recap for up to the point where I had to leave, but...
Sure, why not? If you would like to start, we'll have someone else take over where you left off.
Awesome. So we headed into a new town, which I don't remember the name of, because for some reason I didn't write it down. However, we were just doing basic kind of shopping, checking around. I took note, Rap took note in the university, and we kind of went around. We met this lizard folk, who was just a shopkeeper, eccentric, to say the least, who sold us a whole lot of chicken nuts, and some other rations. I got some dried orange slices, so that was pretty neat. But walking down in one way, then we kind of met a hooded figure who was starting to follow us. And as we're trying to kind of ready our weapons for a fight, it turned out to just be a drow boy who, oh god, how the fuck do I, Evict, or not Evict,
Ega.
Ega.
I was gonna say,
Different
I didn't
guy.
lay hand on him.
Ega clocked him with the back of his hilt, and knocked the kid out. We like kind of cured him up, patched him up a little bit, and he brought back to kind of stabilization. And he basically said his mom's gonna kill him, and so we were like, all right, let's take you home. And Rap got real nervous at the thought of entering in the Underdark, and so he went off to the university.
Excellent. So, after Rap went over to the university, what happened after that?
So we went underground and brought a kid to a healer there. And I'm not sure if that was before or after we got the tarot reading, which was very dramatic, and I totally didn't fall asleep because I hadn't slept in the day before. But that also happened. And then we brought the kid home, and we went to our... then we went to an inn in the Underdark, and that's where this session ended.
There was a point where we found out that the kid's mom is continually looking for I'm just going to call it the Fountain of Youth. And we have decided to maybe go find said mother.
All right. Sounds excellent.
I believe those were things that we had talked about at the end of the session. We're going to find the mom.
This sounds correct. The only thing I don't remember, I'm going to be honest. See, I'm starting to test y'all mostly, but this is the only thing I genuinely don't remember. Did I tell y'all the fountain was in a specific direction last time? Like, oh, she wandered off that way.
I mean, I believe there was a direction mentioned, but I do not recall it.
Same.
Great. If no one remembers it, no one can contradict me.
Nope, you can just tell us what it is now.
Fantastic.
Wait, no, it wasn't that way.
I will say that you all would have heard. I'll just give this to you because I think I gave you direction last time. That it's rumored to be off towards the east side of the cavern, basically. That's where like his mom went wandering. So you all awaken in your rooms at the fungus fixation, and it would be morning, although things would not have appreciably changed in appearance nor light, seeing as how in fact you are underground. So
we can all mark long rest.
Yes, you may all mark a long rest on your character sheet, for one thing.
Ooh, sleep.
Imagine having to actually care about long rests.
Imagine caring about long rests.
I mean, I more care about short rests, but long rests work occasionally, I suppose.
True. So, essentially, as you all awaken, you all would awaken in the rooms with your other person, whoever would get up first. So James, of course, had the room to himself, and then, of course, Yulra and Evect would have bunked together, and lastly, Ega and Rap, even if somewhat reluctantly. So, would anything, as you all presumably exit your rooms, I will say, Puffball is sort of roaming around this morning, sort of just doddering about quite peacefully, his mushroom cap swaying from side to side. So I will say, at some point, you all, of course, should give back your keys. But aside from generally getting up and assembling outside, would anyone want to do anything or talk to anyone during this time? I should turn the music on. Hold on.
I'm gonna test my luck with one of the rations I bought. Here's a luck.
Okay.
So I'm gonna eat a chicken nut. And
yeah, roll me that luck check, please.
Okay, that's an 18.
An 18. The chicken nut is quite delicious and brings you no ill harm whatsoever. Okay, there we go. I changed the music also.
Rap's gonna I'm gonna remake his the pictures that I made of him and the models, but I kind of imagine that he's fashioned some parts of feathers over a hood of a similar kind of color as his feathers, and he's just gonna kind of have that and then kind of wrap his wings around him like a cloak.
Awesome.
I'm going to wake up before Evect, and anyone out in the hall is basically going to see me sneaking out, which is incredibly impressive considering I'm guiding a steel pit bull with me. But sneaking out and holding my shoes, trying to sneak out quietly. And today I have dark, kind of coppery skin and brown hair that is kind of more wavy than curly.
Okay.
And brown eyes. I'll head downstairs and just find a place to sit, I guess. Yeah, there's some sort of picnic tables about. It's again sort of this
almost more garden or forest type construct. Y'all were sort of in these little huts among all of the mushrooms, and there are some lovely little picnic tables that you can take a seat at.
I mean,
Did food with our room for the night? I don't remember.
Can you say those words one more time?
Did breakfast come with our room for the night?
No. In fact, it technically did not. So you do have the choice between either finding a place to eat, or eating a ration.
Okay.
There are abundant chicken nuts for anyone who would like chicken nuts. I'm pretty sure there's at least an extra sack or two floating around.
yeah,
I think I'm gonna dig into the rations.
I've got like
Sounds good.
69 left.
Obviously, you could also see if any of the mushrooms around were edible if you would like, requiring a nature check for anyone who would choose that.
I feel like that might be disrespectful to the mushroom person who owns the place.
If it brings you any solace, he himself is wandering around eating some of the little mushrooms. He doesn't really have a mouth, like a traditional mouth. It sort of just gets absorbed. For anyone who's looking too closely, you could learn about the details of that. Anyway, so aside from that, you all are able to get up and sort of assemble together. I assume that someone would give the keys back to Puffball from each room.
He was not the one with the keys, given that I was the first to leave. I'd have left them with Evac.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have given the key back.
For anyone who, does return the keys promptly, Puffball will give you a little bow. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed your stay here at the fungus fixation. And, I hope the grass was a pleasant enough bathroom. Wow, that was a consonant fail, but you get the point. So, you all had discussed the other day attempting to journey in search of both Rix's mom, and potentially this fountain that you have heard myth about. That is what I last understand of your party's plans. So, is that what you all are going to do as you set out from the fungus fixation?
I mean, I'm just gonna follow the rest of the party at this point. Trying
Okay,
to keep my head low.
sounds good.
Westward, I believe, is where we need to go, yes?
I mean, the question is, do any of you know where east would be?
In the dark?
Yes.
I, in fact, would.
Oh, would you?
Yes, I will take out my orb of direction. I'll take out my orb of direction in my hand, and I'll guide myself towards north, and that will tell us which way we need to go.
Excellent.
Which would be eastward, following north.
Excellent. So, you all have settled sort of on the north side of Undercaster. So, if you wish, you can go back through the main drag if there's anything you would like to do. Aside from that, the cavern itself is highly walkable. This bottom part of the cavern, sort of near Undercaster itself, is fairly flat, and you can at least head in that direction generally and look for perhaps caves or some such. So, will the plan be to go through the city or to just head straight there around? It's not necessarily faster either way. You won't run into people if you go around, would be the difference.
I'd probably go straight through town if nobody else.
All right. Guided by your orb of direction, and of course, Evic's conviction, you all are able to make your way through town. It's quite a peaceful sight today. Once again, despite, some of the disparities, it's oddly more peaceful here than the Overcity. There are kids playing in the central square, and as you all pass by, roll me a quick perception check.
1.
Ouch.
13.
Perception.
With a +0, that is an 18.
Nice. I got an 8.
All right. What was?
Oh well.
Oh yeah,
I've
go
got
ahead. I was gonna
6.
A 6. Awesome. Only character names. Ega and Evict would notice that as they pass through, Mizana is standing in front of her shop, and gives them sort of a little wave, and then sort of touches her fingers to her forehead towards them, as if to say, "Good luck on your journey." So, as you all pass towards the other side of the cavern, you all essentially go out onto the other side and pass through a little area of similar, slums, for lack of a better word. Again, they're not in bad shape, but it's, relatively simple buildings. Some drow and dwergar kids running around barefoot, the occasional other race hanging out. But as you all get further out into the cavern,
We leave town. Maybe we should go and check on. Help me, kid's name.
Rix.
Rix. And see if his mother showed up.
that would not be the worst idea. Would you all like to do that?
I'm going searching for her if she's already at home.
All right. So, for those of you who would like to go back to where Rix's house is, do roll me a quick history check, please, and thank you.
Is that
Recall
for
which
Wayne?
home it was.
13. I've been rolling nice today.
Oh yes, the grand roll of 13.
I don't
Hey,
I don't
with-
think I get to roll.
With my -2? Come on.
Yeah, I will say, among other roles, perhaps a hang on, give me just a sec. Sorry.
What does Heart of Darkness give me again?
Surprisingly enough, Ega is the one who is able to sort of lead you all the correct way as you go looking for Rix's house, with perhaps a series of points and vague grunts. You all are able to get the general idea, the gist of it. And before long, you arrive at a hut which seemingly has the lights off, and there's not necessarily any activity as you approach. The door is closed.
Time to finish some unfinished business, draw sword.
Are you doing that?
No, of course not.
Okay, just checking. So, what are you all going to approach, knock? Stand there.
Shout hello.
You hear a moment of like hushed whispers, like, "No, we're not supposed to open the door. Shh, shh, shh." And then you see two little eyes slide up and look at you through like a little window in the door, before the door is pulled open by none other than Rix. "Oh, hey, it's you guys. What's up?"
Hi. We just wanted to see if your mother ever made it home.
Rix will sort of like almost like grimace his teeth for a second and then close the door behind him before he steps forward. And he'll say in a more hushed tone, "Yeah, she hasn't come back yet. Truthfully, we're trying not to worry for right now. I think Kix is in town getting a little bit of, well, help or something, or asking around if anybody's seen her today. And aside from that, Trix is, well, I'm just trying to keep him company and tell him that she's just on a trip right now and she'll be back real soon, eh?" But, nah, it's been quite a while now. She never came back during the night, so we just got everyone tucked in as best we could. And, well, here we are.
Okie dokie.
Are you guys...
They're all good on
Brother.
food?
Stay with your little brother.
All right. Are you... And he looks down shyly from before, like, sort of, like, he, like, sort of looks down and then looks back up shyly. Are you going to keep an eye out for her if you see her?
If we see her, we'll let her know that you're waiting for her.
Her name's Arlene, if that helps, if you can shout it or whatever. She sort of just looks like a drow. I'm trying to think if she has any distinguishing features. She usually wears her hair in a single braid like this at the back of her head.
That's very helpful. Thank you, Riggs.
Of course. Alright, well, you guys travel safe, I guess, okay? And I really hope that you find her, or maybe Kix does if she's somewhere in town. And you hear a little voice crying out from inside, like, Rix, where'd you go? And Rix shoots you all an apologetic look and slips back inside the hut. So.
All right, westward.
Wasn't it eastward?
But
Eastward,
yes,
sorry.
I got it right for once. I remembered my directions. It's okay. No, that was me being happy that I didn't say the wrong thing and not me laughing at you. That was me being happy. So.
As long as you say with conviction, the DM never says anything wrong.
Never. I would never say anything wrong. Not one bit. So, essentially, as you all move out of the city, the homes get sparser and sparser. And before long, instead of, walkways and kids running back and forth, you start to be surrounded by stalagmites. Of course, there are stalactites as well. Those are far on the ceiling above. I know my stalags. As you all are heading out towards this area, there's a couple things. One is that the air grows a lot colder gradually. You get the sense that there might be a lot of fires or overall, like, even maybe some sort of heating source near the city. And without it, it is quite chilly. Damp, of course, but mostly chilly. The other thing is that the cavern, for the most part, has a fairly distinct wall. There's no sort of tunnel into infinity. I will, however, as you all are sort of approaching, you're probably at this point maybe like, quarter mile away from the edge of the cavern. It's mostly, from what you were able to tell on the way in, mostly like relatively circular, like not perfectly circular, but overall, like it mostly makes a circle-ish shape, from what you saw on the other side. And if I can get y'all to roll me perception checks.
Oh, there it is. A tree.
Another 8.
Big rock come out of ground. Pointy rock.
Y'all,
18.
I'm cursed. I just rolled 3 6s in a row on 3 separate dice.
I got a 7.
I got an 18.
Okay! You waiting to see if there was perhaps
All right,
one
13.
single good roll. What'd you get,
Rocks
Rap?
fall, we all die.
13.
13. Excellent. So, as you all are approaching, those of you who rolled above a 10, namely Rap and James, would be able to notice that there is a part of the cavern that does slope downwards. And there's sort of a glimmer of water, maybe some sort of a lake or some such. And on the other hand, there is a fairly neat tunnel going into the wall a little ways. Again, this is about a quarter mile away. you can distantly see what appears to be a relatively neat tunnel, sort of like arched at the top, that goes into the cavern. Those of you who rolled above a 15, namely James, would be able to see that sort of deep within the tunnel, there is a faint glimmer of blue light.
I kind of want to tank it. If it's a blue glimmer, it's shiny. That's treasure down there.
I will say, would James share this information with the rest of the party?
They'll definitely probably like without knowing, just say there's treasure down there.
Well, Arlene was looking for something that people would consider treasure, so I suppose we might as well head towards the treasure then.
Awesome.
Yeah, agreed.
So, you all are able to approach the entrance to the tunnel without issue. And as you get closer, you would see that this blue light is actually being caused by crystal formations that are growing into the stone walls.
Hey, Eric.
Mostly on
How you doing?
Right side of the tunnel. Do any of you have who among you do and don't have dark vision? This is a great time to pause and ask this because you all have gotten pretty far away from the dim light of the main cavern. So yeah, raise your hand if you have dark vision.
I don't have dark vision, but I do have an ever-bright lantern.
Awesome. So would you light your lantern, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Not really. I just, I'm making sure that y'all have prepared solutions. I will say also, this far outside of the city, again, it doesn't terribly matter much. They were not too a fan of the ever-bright lantern, I believe, before when you were heading into the city, but this far out here, no one's going to give a shit or notice. So, as those of you use your darkest of visions, or aloft your ever-bright lantern, you would see that at the end of the tunnel, there is a fork. And it goes in two different directions. That's probably about 50 feet into the tunnel.
And the blue light is coming from the crystals are in the walls. I'm sorry, where were
Yes. So the crystals are essentially
because
growing.
I don't want to drown, Eric.
And
also because I
if
just
you
don't
wanted
drink
to look
that
at the
much in
crystals
general.
further, you could of course move into the tunnel. But you can see that that the blue light appears to be coming from some sort of crystal formations, essentially growing out of the walls of the tunnel. They're not like huge. Like the tunnel is probably really about 5 feet wide. Like it's about large enough for like a median humanoid. So it's not like they're obstructing the tunnel. What'd you say?
So we're going single file through this thing then?
Yes, this will be the case.
Okay.
Unless you all would like to get real cozy and squashy with one another, which I somehow doubt.
But it would be funny.
I was gonna say,
You know,
that Egga guy's pretty cute.
I was
That-
If
that-
y'all,
That
if y'all
Egga guy
wanna-
is already almost squished
on,
into the
Mark.
tunnel.
If y'all want to go through holding hands, maybe, make little butt friends, squish your butts against each other.
I was just remembering the time that we both fell unconscious on top of the hypnotizing pattern.
Incredible.
Oh,
So-
whip him out of it. Damn it.
You all stand. There is a tunnel. There is blue light. There appears to be crystals from within.
I'm going straight for that blue light.
All right. I will say, as we go through, I would like a marching order, please and thank you.
I have the compass, so I'm probably gonna be at the front.
Yes. So James will be at the front.
Rap's kind of, in his element and out of prying eyes, and so he'll probably rear up second.
Okay. So Rap would be second. Or be... Okay.
Yeah, see
think
you in
Roman
30 minutes,
Go
Eric.
After Rap. And
Okay.
Glor will be behind me.
Awesome.
I'll take the next spot.
The
All right.
big
Cool.
spot.
So I'll plug the tunnel behind us.
Delightful. So, as you all walk into the tunnel, you all are able to see, and in particular, James would be the first one to see that the crystals seem embedded in the wall. They have sort of a faint blue glow to them. And they're also growing along the right side of the tunnel.
I mean, honestly,
only
any
in the
glow
right
is usually a good glow when you're down here.
Any glow is usually a good glow. So, you are all standing in a tunnel. You can go left, or you can go right, and there are crystals.
I think it's mainly up to our man up front.
Is it
It is.
the crystals? You said they're only growing the right wall. Are they growing on both tunnels or only the right tunnel?
Interesting question. If you look down the fork of both tunnels, you can see that they are indeed growing on the right side of both tunnels.
Okay.
Like moss on a tree.
I'm gonna
so,
head
like,
right.
Everything is.
Okay. Yeah, basically. Awesome. As you take the right tunnel and head downwards, you once again, after probably this time about another 100 feet, arrive at a similar fork. The crystals in question, if you look down the fork, continue to grow along the right side.
Rap's gonna put his hand on his rapier, because most glows down here are good glows that doesn't... They always seem to be good glows.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna
Okay.
revive the statement.
Look more closely at the crystals.
Yeah, anyone who would like to look at the crystals or try and discern more information about them in general may roll me an Arcana check.
I'm good at those. If I can manage to not roll a 6.
Here comes the 5.
Shut up.
Should I?
Sorry, a 6
Nah.
for me. What, you thought I was predicting yours?
You're an ass.
It would not...
4.
It would not have anything to do with Fey, Fiend, or Undead, would it?
No, it would not.
Okay. Oh well.
So, okay,
That's
I heard
a
a 6 and a
17.
4. And a
So
17. Oh, 24. Shit, alright.
I got a natural 19, and Arcana's kind of.
Fair enough. Any other rolls? Yes, no, maybe?
I don't know magic.
Fair enough.
You couldn't spell magic.
So, for those of you, namely, I think, Rap and Yolra, you would be able to recognize that these crystals appear to essentially be some form of magica crystals. In other words, these are crystals that, instead of requiring the normal balance of chemicals to grow, require the presence of magic to grow. As such, will also tend to essentially grow in a pattern that is towards a nearby magic source. I will say with a 24, Yolra specifically would also know that likely if you did chip off enough of these, if you chipped off some of these, they could potentially be eventually used as a source of magic power in a pinch.
Okay.
So, did you all take the second right fork? Or are you still standing in the tunnel?
I think we're all
Let's
still.
The left fork.
let's continue down the second right one.
All right. Awesome. So, are you all proceeding then?
Yeah.
All right. So, as you head down this second right fork, it actually bottoms out, and then briefly begins to climb before going flat. And you all probably go through about another 200 feet of tunnel stretch this way. And so as you go up the slope, and I will say not 200 feet technically yet. So as you all come up the slope, you all would see the following, which is that these same blue crystals are growing along the right of the tunnel. But as you look down the path, they start to grow in more of a spiral pattern, covering all of the walls. The other thing is that probably about 50 feet in front of you is a door. You all can see what appears to be a closed stone door. It does appear to have not really a knob, but a handle of some sort.
Big is the door?
Yeah, I was about to ask. Is it still like a medium-sized tunnel? So can we still?
It is a medium-sized tunnel.
Yeah. So this is all for James.
On a scale of Glor to Ega.
So it is.
Yeah, Gloria's probably the biggest.
It's
but not by
decently
much.
enough roomy. Like, it's one of those things of, like, you all would be able to fit, even Ega with maybe, like, 6 inches or so. It is, for those who are wondering sort of about the, like, construction of the tunnel or wanting to know, like, more in that regard, you can roll me a... Oh, God, I have to remember what kind of check it would be. I think it would be history now. I have to remember, I don't think a dungeoneering check is a fucking
was,
thing
like,
anymore.
Dungeoneering is not a thing. I
history.
wanted to know if it was like man-made versus natural-made.
Yes. Such information could be gleaned with a history check, unless you have some sort of thing like a stone. There's like a mason's tools. If you have those, you can just make the check with advantage if you have like experience working with stone.
Or if you're a dwarf.
I don't remember what tools I have.
But y'all ain't dwarves.
I'm dense enough to be one.
See, okay, the only thing, so this is a holdover from one of my other campaigns. If anyone does ever play a dwarf, for me, your dwarf cannot be 5 feet tall. Dwarves are not that tall. Your dwarf can be like 4 or 5, max. Or 4'6". 6 would be half of 12. Your dwarf is not allowed to be 5 feet tall. It's not acceptable.
1/16.
Dwarves are short, and that is the rules.
6. And elves
6
are
for the
not.
check. Okay. Any other checks on the tunnel? All right.
I'm gonna
So
just keep
I
my
don't
eyes
want to do
fixed
one
with
on
my
the
So-
door
eye right here.
itself.
D&D
Great.
rules say a dwarf can be at max 5 feet, so 4'11".
Yeah. No. 4'6". 4'6". Home rule. Forgot to add it, but house rule
Ooh.
4'6".
And elves are on average 4 feet, so I'm confused as hell. 'Cause
Exactly.
I
It's
always
whack.
pictured them as tall.
You don't know shit about the tunnel with the
Right,
6.
not 4 feet.
You don't know shit about its construction. There are pretty blue crystals. I did hear something from James about the door.
Yes. I'd like to get I'd like some more detailed information about the door.
Awesome. Do you want to glean that from here, or do you want to approach the door?
Approach the door.
Okay. Are you opening the door?
Not until I inspect it fully to make sure it's
Awesome.
not a trap or any magic behind it.
If you are trying to investigate the door, please roll me an investigation check.
Fuck.
I can get my
So
dice.
like to investigate the door.
go. That is a 17.
A 17. All right.
Yep.
I'll turn my camera back on in just a sec, y'all. Sorry.
I would also like to investigate the door if that's all right.
Yes. Yeah, folks can investigate the door as much as they'd like. You all have to swap around places a little bit, but that will allow that. That's no problem at all.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Alright. So, with a dirty 20, you would be able to notice, so first of all, I will give you both that the door appears to be a relatively nice construction. It seems to have a lot of sort of general nice filigree on it, some sort of sparkle things here and there. Aside from that, with a dirty 20, you would notice that near the top of the door, it is barely visible from this side, but there appears to be something attached to the door. You can sort of make out a hint of fibers of what maybe seem like some sort of string or rope.
On the door or above the door?
Above the door. So how do I explain this? Essentially, with a dirty 20, you would get through, like, if you peered around the cracks of the door, you would see that something appears to be attached to the top, like near the top of the door. It's on the other side.
So
Does that make sense?
A tripwire
Yeah.
on the top of the door that leads to the other side.
Yeah, basically. I will say, it doesn't appear to be metal. I will throw in that technicality.
So it's primitive.
I will share that information with everyone.
All right.
Right.
Are the hinges on this side or the other side?
The hinges are on this side, which I believe, unless I fucked up my remembering of how doors work, implies that the door will open inwards into the tunnel. That's
it'll
hinges,
open
right?
towards us.
Yeah, that means hinges on this side, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. if
Not
it
the
opens
hinges are on the
towards
other
us-
fucking side. That's how it be.
If we can see the hinges, then it'll open towards us.
See, correctamundo.
Well,
Hmm.
I guess we just open it and duck.
The tunnel's a little too small for that, I'd say. I do have an idea. Does anyone have any fire on hand? Something to start a
Fire?
small fire.
Yeah, I got something. He's going to unsheath his rapier. And so at this point, I'm retconning how it looks, because we tweaked my character a little bit. So it's this rapier that kind of has these. They're feathers, but they're clearly not made of feather. That's kind of along the lines of it. And he is going to go. Okay. This is going to be weird. I don't know exactly how I do this, but don't be afraid, please. And he's going to put his rapier on his hand and slice his hand. Basically, I'm going to use my Crimson Right feature.
Okay.
So I take 1d4. I take 2 necrotic damage from that.
Okay.
And I like as those feathers on the line that kind of line the one side kind of flicker into this green flame.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Fire.
as he does that, Aga just had searched into his bag, grabbed the tinderbox, sees the flames, and puts the tinderbox back into his bag.
Okay.
Alright. With that, I'm gonna take out my sword, and I'm going to. So how big is it? So how big is the crack where we can see the string?
The crack is probably, I would say, about an inch at most. It's probably about 3/4 of an inch, would be my very exact.
Okay. I'm going to take some rope a small bit of rope out of my bag. I'm gonna shave off. I'm gonna shave off some of the fibers. Put that between the cracks so that it's next to the string. And
Okay.
I want you to burn this thread.
Okay, sure. Yeah, he's gonna try to go ahead and try to attempt that.
Okay. I'm gonna say, so you're trying to essentially slide the burning rapier like on top of the door.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say roll me a sleight of hand check for doing that to try and get it in there without getting stuck and successfully
Don't feel me
slice,
this one.
sever, burn.
Oh,
the rope.
that's a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
So, the rapier slides into the door, like slides up into the door crack, and Rap sort of wiggles it around a little bit, but can't seem to quite get it, and the rapier almost gets stuck, and he has to sort of tug a little bit before it will finally come back out again on this side.
Good shot.
Is there fire magical?
Is.
Okay.
Alright, whatever.
I have a second idea.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to rip a patch of cloth off my shirt. I want you to burn this.
We don't see what this string is connected to, do we?
No.
We know
You
it's connected
essentially
to the door, probably.
Yes.
Well,
You
the
see,
door,
essentially what you would see if you were looking through the crack is hang on, let me try and figure out how to do this. All right, imagine this is the crack, right? You would see
Sure,
sort of like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So good at visuals.
Alright, and what?
Do we need to worry about... Can't we just... It's not wire, you said. It's like a thread. Can't we just cut it?
Unless y'all... I mean, I don't know if my sword can fit in there. It's quite a large sword. So I mean, a small burn would be enough to get rid of it.
I have a set of... Let's see. I have a dagger? I have a thieves' tools? Would one of those maybe have something sharp enough? Or thin enough?
I mean, I would let you try the same thing probably one more time if you would like to try and essentially slide some sort of blade into the door crack and try and cut or burn the rope away.
Check, is it?
I'm gonna say sleight of hand.
Okay. If I'm using my thieves' tools and have a proficiency, can I add my proficiency bonus to this?
Well, yeah, these tools are for picking locks and disarming traps.
Yes. I will allow that in this case.
Cool. What is my proficiency know.
Okay.
It was not a
So
natural one, but it was not much better.
With advantage?
Oh, with advantage. I didn't realize.
Or no,
I had
you're not
advantage.
advantage. You just get your proficiency bonus, I think.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you don't get
Yeah.
it. What am I on? I'm on crack too.
If I did my if I got to add my proficiency bonus, then yeah, I got a 6 total.
Ah, no.
Yeah.
It is still
I
there.
have these tools, but rolling a 2, you can only do so much with.
This is correct.
Alright, I got one last thing I could try. Here, and he kind of shimmies up to the front with his rapier. Last idea. Fuck it and duck. And he's gonna try to open up the door.
Awesome. So, who at this point, I think Yolra would be standing directly behind Rap at this point?
Yeah, yeah, I would. And I could potentially cast shields.
Well, I'm going to need both you and Rap to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
That's chill.
So I can't cast shield as a reaction to the opening of the door?
Here's the thing. What's going to happen is that the floor underneath you is going to slide out. So if you'd like to let that, whatever that's, so you can cast shield if you want to let that happen. Otherwise, I'm going to highly recommend the dexterity saving throw.
Thank you.
19.
19. And are you going like forward and under? Or
For
attempting
what?
to? Are you attempting to go forward and under?
Like through the door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like duck and like fuck it and duck?
Yeah.
So,
The kind of idea that I have is like tuck and spring, and like my wings kind of flap a little bit.
okay. I gotcha.
I got a 17.
Awesome. So, what happens is that as Rap pulls open the door, a dummy swings down from the ceiling. It appears to be a poorly painted rendition of a lich of some kind. You sort of see like a little bony face, except there's like a little tongue sticking out. Like someone clearly did not like do their research on what a lich is. And it's sort of just like T-posing at you, like with its funny little face, like. As it slides down out of the door, the other most notable thing is that the previously unnoticed stone floor panel under Yolra's feet is going to slide out, and thankfully, they are able to go barreling backwards into James. As otherwise, it reveals itself that your feet would have made some real good friends with a couple spikes.
We're all fine.
After which,
I
as
just
the
jumped off
dummy
floor.
hits the ceiling, I'm going to need everyone to make a, I'm going to say, well, let's see. I'm going to need Yolra and James to make a second dexterity saving throw, and, well, make me a luck check.
Got it.
Hold on. So to clarify, Evect started out. Well, Glor was behind me, and then
So
Evect
you would go into
started
Glor,
out
never mind.
behind Glor.
Well, James is somewhere. So
Oh,
James
that's
and
right.
me
I
are-
don't know where I
was
am at
trying
this
to do
point.
So-
I've just been
So
shoved
I've
towards the
assumed that
back.
whoever. So here's what I've assumed is that unless you all have told me otherwise, whoever has moved up to try shit with the door has essentially shuffled the person behind them one step back, which means unless. So it could be Glor behind you,
No, I'm still behind. I'm still James is
but
problem.
based on who has touched the door and fucked with the door, it's Rap, Yolra,
Yeah.
James.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And
I mean,
Glor
if
would've-
y'all would have done that a different way, you can let me know. I would assume that y'all would have essentially been trading places. So
Yeah.
My
Alright,
flat
so
luck
I
roll would be
jumped back.
16.
sick.
18 for a flat luck roll. Oh wait, was I doing flat luck or?
You were doing.
You're doing
I
a
was-
dex save. What about
20.
James?
I don't know where I am.
You
Let's
are
assume
the
you're
one
in
directly
third in row.
behind Yolra, to my understanding.
So am
and
I
as
luck or
such,
dex?
Dex.
Dex.
Okay.
The luck check was for fun. Sorry, Rat. You don't get fucked over today, don't worry.
Oh, that's a 7.
Alright. So,
Hey.
as the dummy hits the stone ceiling, it's gonna fucking explode. into fireworks. Two of them go whizzing in all sorts of different directions past Rap's head, past Yulra, and unfortunately, one of them is going to nail James and deal 5 fire damage as a firework boinks him in the forehead.
You got boy.
After doing so, it will then, of course, fizzle out and fall with a festive little sparkle.
That was a smart idea to not, go with the fire idea. And he's going to very cautiously put his rapier back in to try to not ignite anything.
Okay, sounds like a good plan.
Since this thing burns until my long rest.
I had 2 questions. What was one?
That was not a question. I'm just saying my rapier
Okay,
burns until
cool.
my long rest. So.
Deanna.
There's a pit in front of us now, right?
There is. It is about 5 feet wide, and so in the tunnel, you all have a couple options, which is if you would like to try and basically, depending on your height, sort of just stretch over it, I will let you make an athletics check.
I mean,
If you would
I'm
like to
nearly...
use acrobatics, you will be at disadvantage due to the limited space.
I'm...
Let's skip all that shit and just face step.
Fair enough.
I mean, standard long jump.
Yeah,
I
the
say
pit isn't
long
very.
jump,
I will say the
hit
pit isn't
something.
very deep. It's maybe like another 5 feet deep. So like if you wanted to try and climb in and back out, you could. Of course, you will have to deal with list spikes. So you do you on that one, fam. So for everyone who's currently behind, which includes basically everyone except Rap, what are y'all doing to get across the pit? I want to say so. Yulra's face stepping. Still. Okay. Next up would be James.
I mean,
I think jumping's
I'll probably
basic.
just try to go try to do a short jump across it. I'm nearly 7 feet tall, so probably be a bit easier
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. You're nearly 7 feet tall.
I'm 6'7". It's not 6'7", 6'9".
Yeah.
6'9".
Just give me an athletics check, if you will.
I swear this dice is weighted. That's 6 for athletics. There the
Okay.
dice goes.
Roll me a luck check.
What's a luck check? This is new to me.
Straight D20. Give me the
Straight
number.
D20.
I could have made it a lower die, but why not? That's not fun.
I don't want
You
to say
could have
what
made it a
is.
D100 as well.
I mean, technically, yeah, but then that's more dice.
D20?
Mhm.
Nat 1.
Okay. Yeah, hold on. So,
There they are. Sorry.
So I'm dead.
no, you're not dead. So James is gonna confidence style big guy step it across the pit, and his feet are going to slip on the other side, and he is going to fall directly onto the spikes in the pit. So, give me a second. I just have to check. Unless you have a
see
reaction.
14 if that. I mean, I do have a shield on my back if that helps in any way.
Here's the thing. Normally, I would be so generous and say, yes, you might have fallen on your back. Unfortunately, you rolled a nat 1, which means, in my mind, you're probably falling straight on the precious bits.
Question.
Mad, unfortunately. Yeah, what's up? Answers.
Hold on, I'm late. Okay, I have 2 options here. I need to reach.
I'm gonna just roll like that.
Well, okay, I had something I could have used. It's too late for that. So, I have a second. I have a second proposal.
Okay.
Because Misty Step is a bonus action. will I have time to use Misty Step to save myself before I hit the bottom?
I think I'm going to say no. And I'm terribly sorry. I hope that's fair. Again,
Yeah.
I think I would normally say yes, but you kind of rolled the worst situation that could happen.
I did, yeah. This dice is weighted.
Yeah, you should get a new one.
I should.
On that note, you are going to be taking a crisp 13 damage to the crown jewels. And, whatever else happens to be attached to your lower body, so.
It's fine, I'm still alive.
So, basically, Eora does a nice little face step across, and, then James does one of, these, and then you hear,
Does something.
or something, I don't know what James's scream would sound like. If you'd like to demonstrate, you can.
Jesus fucking Christ, mate. Just go full Scottish.
You hear very, very loud Scottish expletives of future childbearing loss, potentially. Or something like that. Anyway. See, the reason that I'm a merciful god is, although I will not let you Misty Step, I'm not going to necessarily say that you're losing any permanent limbs. So, that's a great start, isn't it? Not that it would be a limb, but... anyway.
It
Permanent
sucks
fixtures.
as well because I should have looked at my traits, my features and traits, before you said I fell, because I could have saved myself, actually. I just wasn't quick enough.
I will say, I would have let you if you had, been, if you had rolled a 6 and been like, I'm gonna, Misty Step as soon as I feel myself slipping, I probably would have given that to you. But once you rolled in that one, I was kind of like, oh, buddy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You're getting some sharp metal straight to the junk, my friend Reno. Or, I don't
Well, I
know
wasn't
what
using
the
it
situation
anyways.
is, but you get the point. Unhappy times. I will say, especially assuming that your friends are still vibing on the other side, I will let you get back out of the pit without issue, assuming especially that you receive perhaps some heal from, maybe someone who has seen what has occurred.
I do have a healing spell, so I'll live.
Okay.
Oh, so do I, actually.
I'll just turn the peaceful music back on. Why not? Anyway, didn't feel appropriate to keep it on for that part. Anyway, so there are spikes that are now bloody and 2 of you on the other side still. How are you going to get across?
There's a dog and a tiefling in front of me, so I can't really jump.
Right, Glor.
That's true, actually. Glor would be the next one.
Well, I don't think Glor can do anything but try to jump. So
Standard,
that's gonna be fun.
standard movement has jumping.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop
standing
using
long
this
jump
dice.
is half of your
No.
strength.
It's 10 feet movement,
Wait, no, never mind.
plus your strength is... If you have a running start, it's your strength score. If you stand still and jump, it's half your strength score.
I gotta find my
If we're going with
strength
face.
score
rules.
for...
Yeah, that...
Yeah.
Which is why I face stepped, because technically I can't jump. My strength
can't
is
jump
negative.
good.
No, I can't jump at
Oh.
all. My strength is
Oh,
negative.
okay.
I mean-
You're literally just a floor-bound entity. We love that for you.
You can jump,
kidding.
but you'd have to have your running start, and you'd have to have more than a 5 in your strength.
Oh, what did you say the strength?
It's
What did you say the rule was?
a standing jump, long jump, is half your strength score. So
Okay.
so not your modifier.
So my strength
Oh,
score
half
is
strength.
-1.
That's
Strength
an
score.
8,
Oh, my
8
strength
or a
score.
9.
Okay, sorry. I get it.
I mean,
Okay.
I will say...
But Glor's better, so...
I'm fine letting Glor to jump because I believe Glor is shorter. I believe all of you are relatively medium humanoid height, so I would not let any of you long jump because your head
Fair.
will probably crack into the ceiling if you try. Unfortunately.
But that's the beauty of the
Valid.
vanilla jump. It says that height doesn't matter.
Physics, bitch.
Glor...
Okay, then I'll
Glor's
then dive.
athletics...
That's also a
You all
line.
could also, like, you know, figure out another way across aside from just stepping one by one. But, like, I'm not going to do that for you. That's what you guys got to do if you want. What's up with Glor?
Athletics was 13.
Yeah. Glor is
Excellent.
able to get to the other side, no problems, with his little, metally paws. Alright, I believe that leaves Evict as the one who's next.
Yeah, would you mind giving me a bit of a boost, sir? And I was kind of hoping to do kind of a slingshot thing, where if there's enough room for that, where
If it throws you?
no.
I mean, Ega throws you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Absolutely.
Throw the dwarf! Or tiefling.
I would either let Ega make, like, an athletics check for you, or if you want to try and do something, you can do it with advantage.
Okay, so
With
you
help.
jump, I kick in the back.
No.
That's
I'm
a way.
just gonna.
I shout from across, if you want to turn out like me, go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll
And
give
I'm
him
going
help.
to. So Ega, I want you to hold my wrist, and I want you to pull me as hard as you can towards the pit while I go running past you. And I
Okay.
will go for.
Is there enough space for that?
I mean,
I'm hoping.
It's an interesting concept. I'm trying to think about this. I think if Ega lets go at the right time,
Okay, so I need to get a second dice.
yeah,
There'll be a sleight of hand here.
I'm trying to think about this. Yeah, Ega needs to let you go at the right time and not hold on to your wrist too long. And then this will work pretty well, I think.
Okay, so to
Alright.
throw him, I do athletics. And
So-
for the timing,
I feel bad
I was
making you
gonna say,
roll
I-
as many separate rolls. I don't really want to.
Yeah, I'm
Go
willing
ahead.
to let him have a
Strongest.
dexterity check and me have, like, for him to let go
Yeah.
at the right time and me like, if I can just get the advantage on the athletics check if he lets go at the right time, I am.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do that. So yeah, just roll me like a dex check, to make sure you let go at the right time. You could do like sleight of hand if it matters, but
acrobatics is the only thing I can boost you with further. Because otherwise it's
yeah,
a
this
10.
is ain't acrobatics.
No,
10.
oh no, wait, sorry, an 8. It would be a 10 with acrobatics.
Your dex is only a
2.
I'm going to rule that you are not going to make your check with disadvantage, but you are not going to make your athletics check with advantage.
All right.
You did not hold on long enough to fuck you over, but I'm sorry, I can't give you an 8 and make that a good thing.
So as I feel his grip going on with my -1 for a 4, can I feel myself definitely not have the momentum and Misty Step instead?
I will allow that, if only for the sake that you all
Two
don't
spell
die
slots.
to this singular
Two.
pit trap. You just, yep, you go for that. You spend your spell slot, buddy. You live your best fucking life.
Like, if I had gotten
Alright.
that one, I would have just gone down, but
I would have made
I
you.
was hoping
Alright.
not to spend one of my 2 spell slots unless
Look,
you want to
I'm
start
really
whining about
sorry,
short
guys.
rest.
I promise I'm not. I feel like I'm not trying to fuck you over. You're just rolling like 8s and 4s
Rolling
and that
shit
ones.
tonight. It is not the
Ooh.
DM's fault
Not
when we
trying
roll
to
shit.
No.
kill you.
Ooh, it's
Alright, Ega.
No, like,
Okay.
It's your turn to
What
see
about
if your
anything that
test rolls will
happened?
survive the leap.
See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back 10 feet from the pit.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to do a running jump,
Okay.
but instead of trying to leap across all normal-like, I'm just going to dive head first over the pit.
Yeah, oh, you're doing like a panther spring. Alright.
What? No, I'm just going to try to land on my face on the other side.
Oh.
Superman.
I'm not smart.
Roll me a athletics or a. I mean, I don't even know if you need to roll for a.
That's a
I don't think you need to
standard
roll for that.
standard long jump. I have 16 strength. I should land
me-
3 feet on the other side of the pit.
Great. Great. You are able to land on the other side of the pit.
I am willing to
and,
roll fall damage because I'm face planting.
I rolled a d4 for you. You're gonna take 1 bludgeoning damage as your face meets some really fun rock on the other side.
Cool.
Okay! You all are cross! Fantastic.
Are
Wonderful.
Are we?
I mean,
I have nothing further to say, truthfully. I mean, okay. You know, you all are here. I will say, I assume you all are going to head into the room.
That is the idea. That's why we crossed the pit, right?
Yeah. So, as you do so, I would like everyone to please roll me a perception check.
So we can see the dead end.
Imagine if I psyched you fuckers like that. Oh yeah, there's nothing here, by the way.
That's a 9.
14.
13 for Vect.
9.
What are we rolling again? I zoned out for a moment.
Perception. So wait, I heard a 9, and then what else have I heard?
You've heard 2 9s, a 13, and a 14.
Great.
And whatever's James rolling.
So right now looking good. If I can open the tab, there we go. Perception. 12.
Nope.
Awesome. Well, as you all move into the room, you see initially what appears to be a decently sized circular stone room. It's probably about, I would say probably about, what would it be, 15 feet in, hang on, I'm gonna have to math, 30 feet in diameter. And as the last of you moves into the room, those of you who rolled above a 10 would see a large red rune start glowing on the ceiling above your heads. And as you do so, evil laughter rings out. And a figure is going to appear in front of you all. He has sort of like a green robe and sort of like horns that go back from his head, and is brandishing a rather peculiar staff at you all, which has some sort of like purple-ish dragon claw. Of course, you have finally come to... And then he stops and looks at you all. You're not who I was expecting. Well, no matter. You're here now. Suppose we might as well have some fun. And he is going to raise his wand. And he's going to, like, lean back as he does so. It almost seems rather bored. Confuse, confound, perplex, bemuse. What a clever little ruse. Find the waters of delight, lest ye be stuck at end of light. Is anyone going to attempt to interrupt this at all, out of curiosity? I'll give you all a reaction if you'd like.
Oh, I don't have counterspell yet.
I'm just going to bring back out my sword, I think, and kind of get ready, if anything.
I actually asked when he said you're not who I was waiting for. I asked, who were you waiting for?
As he finishes this, he will sort of pause and look at you and go, well, I mean, you're not Sir Peary, my nemesis, so guess you're randos. Anyway, see you on the other side.
I shoot him.
Great. Unfortunately, before you decide to shoot him, I'm going to need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
I just want to say, as you were describing that entire thing, I was trying not to crack up by just immediately starting with Perry the Platypus orchestral fight music, and then you started describing a green cloaked figure, and on perfect cue, Perry the Platypus started rising into frame of the video, and I nearly lost my damn mind.
Oh! Well,
Um,
of course I haven't sent you all the art yet, of course.
I rolled a 7 on the saving.
Oh,
I'm
god
putting that
damn
dice
it.
away for now.
I
Great.
rolled a 13.
13?
That's an
And-
18.
I also rolled a 22 to hit if I get my attack off.
Okay. So sorry, just the wisdom saving throws for now, please. So there's a 7. What was yours?
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Fascinating. Okay.
18 for evict.
And then, what were the last wisdom saving throws?
13.
Okay. What was Raps?
18.
Great. So, we're gonna briefly, essentially pause here, and I'm going to talk to all of you for a little moment. Starting
man.
with you, Deanna.
Oh, it's spooky. One-on-one.
I finally rolled a good for an attack though.
Guess we're fighting Dr. Duphens Mertz Wicked.
Yeah, we're beating the shit out of him. Yeah, no, I do wonder what happened. What spell they used.
I guess we'll have to find out.
All right. And great. I'm gonna kidnap you next, Ega.
Oh boy.
So, Ega is going to feel himself get very woozy and sink to the floor.
Oh, come on.
And as he sort of like will close his eyes for a moment, and as he next opens his eyes, roll me a quick perception check.
14.
14. You feel really different. Like, there are a lot of things going on that you feel different about. Like, what was Ego wearing?
Skill mill. And he was holding a short bow.
Okay, he would no longer feel the weight of scale mail on his chest, but instead some sort of much lighter armor. And as he sort of like leans up his head and looks down at himself, these arms look really familiar. They're not yours. They're James.
What? Oh
Okay,
man.
bye.
Twitter. I can't imagine what the rest of the Twitter looks like.
Okay. Next person.
Milo, real quick.
Oh, what you want?
Does Glor need to roll?
No, Glor does not have anything to do with this. Great. Who am I kidnapping next? Oh yeah, Kira, come here.
They're having way too much fun with this.
Oh yeah, for sure. Look,
They're
to be-
giddy.
to be fair, the moment she was talking about a door and a wire, the first thing that popped up in my head was, oh, she's gonna use traps.
Oh yeah.
We've had an entire discussion before about 1 or 2 books full of traps that she's gotten. This is fine.
Everything is fine.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. This is fine.
Really should remember that whole artificer thing and use infusions.
Oh.
Keep forgetting.
Yeah, I need to remember my background feature and use that whenever I
Wait.
get people.
Okay, who am I kidnapping next? Who haven't I done? Ba-da-ba-ba, who's next? Oh, great, Evan, come here.
Yeah, too late now.
Well, this is gonna be fun, ain't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
I just remembered that I could I can try to charm 2 people when I do the Misty Step thingy, but
But what?
I wasn't aware that there were people to charm.
Eh.
So,
Oh well.
I mean,
yeah.
you could have charmed
Too late
us,
now.
but what good would that do?
Yeah.
I
To charm
mean,
me into being less in pain. Oh, that's fine. I managed to heal myself a bit at least.
Yeah, I only took 2 points of damage from my Crimson Right, so that's not too bad.
Oh, I'm down to half my own health, so...
ooh. I have Cure Wounds.
Ah,
I also casted Cure Wounds. Got a good roll with it at
it's
least.
2 points of health.
Okay.
I mean, at level 3, any point counts, but we're fine.
Yeah.
Cure Wounds? There's a lot more than that.
Cure wounds
No,
is a
he only
D8.
needs points.
Oh, okay.
I'm missing one person. Oh, yes, Aiden.
Crap.
Whee!
Oh, and now the watch party did end because no one's in it anymore, I guess.
Oh, well.
I'm not.
Yeah, blame Milo.
Because you like to blame Milo.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with liking to blame people. It's better than blaming yourself.
Depends on whether it's your fault.
Oh, even then.
I have this strange situation where I am playing in 3 different campaigns right now, and here I have a level 3 character, and there I just got up to, and in another one I just got up to level 18. So whenever I come to this one, I'm like, I only have how many hit points?
I would like to I would like to travel to a different plane of dimension, please.
I mean, I had a character that was, I think it was 25 or 26 flat AC. So just about
my
every
God.
other campaign is like, oh right, that can actually hit me.
And
For me,
it was
it's more like-
especially
For me, it's more like, wait, I have to manage my spell slots?
yeah, that too, because I'm a druid in the other one.
I played a warlock in 2 of my other characters, so it's like, what's a spell? I just need cantrips.
It's funny also because the voice that I used in last session of this campaign is basically the voice I use in my other campaign. So I'm like, wait, I'm level 3, but I'm sounding like Drixie Belle. This is weird.
Fantastic, everybody. So,
Quick note,
yeah, what's up?
watch party
Which one?
ended because no one was in it.
Sad.
Like, it's just you and Aiden in it.
Amazing. So let me reload new music. And hang on. Great. So, all of you, as you slowly stir, would see all of each other, and for most of you, yourself. And the only person who is still standing is Yora, who is likely staring at you all with some measure of confusion and concern.
Mostly impressed that an 18 didn't pass the save.
Yep.
I got a nat 20. Otherwise, I
You
probably
did.
wouldn't have passed either.
Ega in pain. Everything hurt.
So, describe to me.
Is that...
Yeah, where's that coming from?
That's coming from James's body.
Oh shit! Really?
Wait, did I miss something?
Yeah, you just heard Ega shout that he's in pain, but it's coming out of James's mouth.
Yeah, no, you heard James shout, Ega in pain. Okay.
He's just. I'm just lost for words. He's just stunned.
I'm gonna look over at
as he's
Ega.
coming to the realization.
I want to look over at Ega and be like, so if Ega's over there, are you James?
I'm Rap.
Oh! Milo's gonna give me a headache. Okay. And who's this one? Point at Rap.
I think that's me.
Okay. So, and then, Evect? Is Evect? Please?
I didn't actually catch if I was anybody else.
Oh.
I was just told that I woke up and saw everyone, including myself, so I'm...
So
Wait, no,
probably not
wait.
you then.
I
feel like
think.
I'm
Wait,
just-
no, I'm Evect. I think. I'm
Yes,
terrible with
it's-
names. Then that makes you Diana.
I'm me.
Yeah, no,
Wait, no.
I saved.
so-
I'm me.
So Effect is in
And I'm
Rap's...
incredibly grateful I'm me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Effect
I
is
think all
in
of you have
Rap's
talked
body.
by this point. I think all of you have talked out loud in character by this point, yes?
Yeah.
So,
I don't feel like Evect did.
The Evect?
No, but in fact you're in Rap's body, so you were just pointed at then with the then who's this?
Hello.
that comes out of Rap.
Okay. Well,
Is the dude still there?
So,
oh, he's probably
the
laughing
most
at
fun fact would be that as he finished reciting this incantation, which I said rather rapidly, so I will post for you all, he threw down something that sent up a flash of mist and disappeared.
Uh-huh. Well,
Also, Milo, we went over this. You should have sent that DM not on Discord.
Oh yeah, sorry. I keep forgetting that. You need to send a DM on Discord now. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna post you all a quick guide because, you know, I'm not that sadistic. Aside from that, you all are in this room.
What does the room look like now that we have a chance to look around?
So, as you look around, you would notice that, of course, there is the door that you came in from, which is still standing ajar. Words. You can faintly see the remnants of the burnt and frazzled dummy beyond. And aside from that, there is also another door on the other side of the room. The room itself has some like rings set into the floor, but they don't seem to be important. They seem to just sort of be like, you ever walked into a room and been like, wow, those are some nice looking floor carvings. There's some nice looking floor carvings.
So obviously we need to focus on nothing but them until 10 o'clock because Milo
Yep,
said they
definitely. 100%. Please waste all the time in the world. It's not like time at all would ever matter in this scenario. Nonsense.
At this point, you're gonna notice Raph is who I'm in currently.
Raph? Yep, that is correct.
Getting very visibly agitated and fussing with his. I don't even remember what Raph is wearing. Does he have a cloak?
Cloak and
the
feathers.
cloak is his wings.
I was gonna say, you're very pretty now. Not that you weren't before, but...
So I hope those are readable.
But I am just shuffling notably and just agitated.
You also have a bird on your shoulder.
You do. You have a bird now, by the way. I don't know how the bird works, but you got a bird, bro.
The bird gives you some extra stuff.
There's a bird.
The bird gives you +2 to perception checks and passive perception when it's on your shoulder.
Does the bird talk? Just
No.
out of curiosity. Okay, great.
But if you, I guess it can, but I don't have it. Also, you can use the bird in combat, and if it dies, then you have advantage on attacks against its killer.
Okay.
Wonderful. Bird.
I'm. No, I'm mostly just going to shift in place and probably try manifesting my sword in my hand.
Well, can Rap manifest a sword?
So,
Don't think
question,
so.
Do we have our mental stats still?
So, I will say for clarification purposes, so you all understand, you will retain your mental stats.
Okay.
However, your physical stats and abilities are currently swapped. And if there are questions about this, you can let me know. But basically, for the most part, almost everything mechanically is swapped, aside from your mental stats, which you will retain. Merry Christmas.
Does
Okay.
that include
Fuck you, Echo.
spellcasting?
Yes.
Spellcasting will be according to your new character sheet of whoever's body you are now in, if they have spells. And if they don't, it's whatever they got.
Well, shit.
Cool.
Top of all of that, anyone who is paying attention to me will notice me kind of just like stall for a second. Like I freeze. My hair gets redder and curlier. My skin gets more bronzy rather than like a copper, and my eyes go from dark brown to liquid gold. And you are now looking at the same person that went into the fighting rink with Enoch.
Yay!
And they are blinking around, looking very confused.
I just realized that Milo screwed over Aiden pretty badly.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
Because
it's, you know, I will say I'm sorry, Aiden. You got the hardest one to adjust to because of class weirdness, so I will make
I'll
Asa
figure
help
it
you
out.
if you need help.
Yeah.
Sorry, also, the music I wanted to have is now blocked on this, which is making me very sad, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. Fuck it, we'll do this. This is fun. It's that time of year. Alright, go ahead. So, yeah. What are you all going to do?
The fuck is going on?
Well, I don't feel quite right.
Remind me whose body that voice is coming from. Evect?
Evect's body.
Okay. That's gonna mess with me. You don't sound quite right either.
No, I do not. And I look over at my original body, and if you so much as make a peep, we're having a talk.
Pain.
Milo, would we have
I'll let that pass.
like features that would relate to mental things, or no?
See,
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Okay.
and this is why mind swapping is usually a horrible idea.
Yeah, usually.
Could have been so much worse.
Yeah, it could have been actually. Fun fact.
Out then.
Nah, that one doesn't work on that screen either. So I have
So
to.
there's no other door in this room, or did I? Sorry.
Oh, there's another door. Yep, it's on the other side,
Oh, okay.
and it is open.
What's in it?
What's in it? Well,
Guess beyond it.
from what you can see, you do see candlelight from beyond this door. And you see what looks to be not a tunnel, but a hallway.
Well,
Yeah,
no time like the present. Let's get going.
All right.
Yeah, I
in
guess.
In that case, I take that now Evect is leading the way.
Quite hastily.
Wonderful. So,
Ega following behind.
great. As you all head down this hallway, you see only several rows of candlesticks. And at the far end of this is what appears to be another set of, this time, double stone doors.
Another set.
Well, if we're
Okay.
here, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with it. I want to try to use that strength to just this new strength that I have to just kind of kick down the door.
Okay.
If I can.
You'd like to attempt to kick down the door.
Why the hell
Awesome.
not? Sure.
I'm gonna need you to roll me an athletics check.
All right, time to look at what my athletics shit is.
It's +5.
Oh shit! All right. 21.
21. So,
We thought this
as
door was unlocked before we tried to kick it down. Just wondering.
no, not really.
Well, fun.
It's fine,
Uh,
just some broken ankles, nothing to worry about.
It's not my ankle.
The
Bruh.
Ega.
the answer would be that you would probably be fine if the door opened inwards.
It doesn't
And this
open
door
anyway.
doesn't open inwards.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need you to roll me a d4 of bludgeoning damage,
Wait,
self-inflicted.
that's max damage.
Okay. So
Fives.
what does everyone else see, Aiden?
Ega's just going to try to like, all right, well, at least have fun with it and try to knock into it and just hear just a little bit of a crunch, and I am going to turn to, oh god, who?
James's body, or?
I'm gonna turn to I guess to myself, which is weird. Sorry. I just kind of shake the ankle a little bit. Is it locked?
If you try the door, it opens outwards, and it is not, in fact, locked.
D&D moment.
So,
I
as
literally
these doors
just saw a meme about this.
swing open, you enter a room that, as opposed to the previous one, is even more full of candles. There are candles along the walls on candlesticks, and most importantly, in the center of the room is a small altar. On this altar, you all would be able to observe quite easily what appears to be a wooden doll. Also importantly, there are 2 tables, one on each side of the room. There is a door on the far side of the room, and if need be, I can draw all of this, and I will probably do that absent-mindedly while I talk to you all.
Oh yeah, if we have a map that you're drawing on, we don't see it.
Yeah, I have more important stuff drawn, unfortunately, and I still can't remember how to switch the backgrounds.
So,
Unless you remember.
yeah, in the map layer thing on the top.
Mm-hmm.
There's a drop down.
yeah.
You can add a new one.
It has a drop down? This isn't even obvious.
There on the far right, there's a little icon that you can. That you have a thing where you can put multiple maps.
Oh, it's that.
Yeah.
That's
and then
weird.
you can drag people. You can drag where the players are currently looking at.
Yeah, and that's at red,
The
brown.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This was
things.
obvious. I've missed this for so long now. Oh well, it's fine.
Good.
Fantastic. So, I will drop you all into here, and I'm gonna describe it first, and then I will start drawing the room, and you all can ask questions. So, on the tables on either side of the room are also what appear to be various objects, which I will send to you all, and then yes, there is once again another set of double doors on the other side of the room. So, I have to drag everyone's tokens over. Something like that, anyway. Okay. Give me a second. This is me figuring out how to work Roll20 like a little idiot, to be honest. Great question. How do I move people's tokens over? Oh, just drag them out again? That would make sense. Yeah. Great. Fantastic.
Will we be able to move the tokens of the bodies that we're in?
The answer is you will be for this room.
Gotcha.
I hate to tell you it doesn't matter, but it really doesn't matter. Like, I'll draw it for you all so that you all can, like, see it. Also, these did not end up in squares, but close enough. This is more just to, like, so everyone understands, like, what's in the room. Oh, wow, that's spooky. Love it. That's probably a good size. Why am I drawing this on the token layer? I hate my life. So. There is another set of double doors on this side. I'll just redraw this part. Fuck it. Those lines are not wavy at all. They're perfectly straight. Thank you very much. There's doors, and then in the center is the small altar with the wooden doll. And on either side of the room are tables with various objects on them. So, that is what exists.
I can't seem to see anything.
Fuck. Did I hold on.
You just gotta drag players to the other map, because I'm assuming
Yeah,
you're drawing
the banner.
different
There
maps.
it is.
Thanks,
there we
y'all.
go.
I'm sorry. This is not intuitive to me. I'm sorry.
You're all good.
Sorry. And this should go, because this is great. So, that is what the room looks like. I will allow any of you to investigate any part of the room that you would like, of course.
I don't know. I just dragged the token into the actual room. Also,
yes, you also can all put your tokens in the actual room if
Yeah.
you want. That'd probably be a good thing. And I will, in the background, I will say, I will give you all a list of the items on the tables.
So which door did we come into?
Excellent question. No, this is a great question. So you all came in this way.
I can't tell which way.
The
that
bottom.
was, sorry. Bottom.
Sorry, hold on. I will make this more obvious.
Oh, no, I saw the arrow now. It's not what I
Okay.
was looking for, so I didn't see it.
I understand.
Cool. Okay. Oh, and floor also.
Yes. So, you all have pretty much just stepped into the room. Are you all going to do anything?
What did you say is in the center? Sorry.
In the center, is a small altar with what appears to be a wooden doll on it. You could also likely notice that there appears to be some kind of writing or inscription on the altar.
Can any of
What
us
is
read
it?
the writing?
Yeah.
You may go attempt it.
Do we use the
It
languages
is-
of the body or of the original character?
It's not going to matter because it's written in common. So unless anyone
Okay,
doesn't
cool.
speak common,
Okay, I can't read.
Unless anyone's
I
playing a
was gonna
grung.
say.
I will say
Oh, wait,
Ega probably still cannot read.
Yeah,
I'm
that-
gonna go with that.
That's what I was looking for. Because otherwise it would be rap looks up. Why can't I read?
It would be hilarious, but I think we've got enough chaos already.
Oh, there is. Trust me.
Yeah, you,
So, the altar inscription in common reads as follows: "Bread must run heavy, an eye given for an eye, teeth given, and teeth gained."
Creepy at all.
Gotcha. And what are on the tables?
Excellent question. So, I will tell you. These are not on any particular side. Aside from the one item that's like, or aside from the one that specifies that they're in a row, these are sort of just like around. So like these aren't in any particular position. If people really want, I could arbitrarily draw where these things are on the tables, if that would make you feel a lot better. But if so, that will take me a minute. So, if anyone would feel very strongly about that, let me know. I'll throw everyone's tokens in here.
not gonna lie, this list that Milo gave.
Gotcha.
Ah, cute.
Oh.
And the altar is just like a circular kind of table, or is there like
Yes. If you would like to examine the doll or the
Yeah.
altar more closely, please roll me an investigation check.
I'm gonna examine the
All the information you got is
Altar.
so far kind of just free from looking.
Body swapping is bullshit.
that will be a dirty 20.
Awesome.
Be a 7.
So, and were those both to examine like the altar and the
I
doll?
wanted
Yeah.
to look at the doll, yeah.
Great.
I'm more interested in the altar.
I'll give you both together if I'm being honest, because so the altar itself is relatively well made and seems sturdy. One important thing to note is that the doll seems to be part of the altar. In essence, it doesn't really seem possible to lift up or remove the doll. And I'll just sort of give you this as joint information since you're both looking at the same thing, and I don't know how to split this up. The part of the reason for this is that the doll is sort of arranged sitting up on the altar, and a pipe appears to flow down into the altar from its
That's
mouth.
what I was looking for.
Yeah, so there's essentially like you can sort of see like basically underneath the doll's little boot, like you can see sort of the outline of a metal pipe of some kind. Looking at the doll, you said, what did you roll for the doll actually specifically, since Rap was looking at the doll? What did you roll for the doll?
Oh, the 7.
7.
I didn't
So,
find shit.
the doll, first of all, appears to mostly be a carved wooden doll. What you can obviously see is that it has its mouth open, and if you look inside, there does seem to be a pipe that descends from that. Sort of, I don't know how to explain this. Like, imagine if the pipe is inside the doll, like, you see the mouth, and then, like, if you look in, you can see, like, the pipe going down. It is missing its left eye, and it is missing its upper row of teeth.
Bingo.
It has
Big.
sort of a square, almost nutcracker-like grin, except it's missing its upper row of teeth.
How big is it?
I'm trying to think of dimensions. Give me just a second. The doll is reasonably sized. It's probably, the mouth is particularly large, and that part of it is like the mouth is probably like 5 or 6 inches wide. It's definitely not proportional. It's almost grotesque in a way. The doll overall is probably, I have to think of inches. It's probably about maybe like 1.5 feet tall. Yeah, that sounds right. Like if you were to like sit it up, like stand it up, it would probably be about 1.5 feet tall. Like about the size of an American Girl doll. But the mouth, like the head, like certain parts of like the head are a lot larger.
Okay. Got it.
Could I investigate the white yarn doll?
Absolutely, you may.
That's another dirty 20, another 15.
It appears to be rather crudely and ordinarily made. If you want, you can sort of poke at it, and it seems to just be sort of like a couple layers of white yarn. The sewing needle is sort of just sticking out of it haphazardly, like with the eye furthest out. It's sort of just sticking out of like its shoulder area almost. It's probably about halfway in. The doll itself is sort of featureless. It sort of just has little like stubby arms and legs. The white yarn appears unremarkable, like normal white yarn.
Okay, so doesn't have any. It's all featureless. Okay.
Yeah, like it's
Gotcha.
just sort of vibe in there. Like it's like a meeple almost, in terms of
Good.
like level of features. It's very meeple-esque.
Clock?
If there was another question, I did not hear the whole thing.
Can I look at the clocks, please?
Yes, you may look at the clocks. Anyone can also examine anything that has already been examined, so whatever you all would like to look at.
Be a 10.
A 10? There are probably 3 different clocks. Most of them are pretty small, like closer to pocket watches, almost. I mean, they're pretty primitive. Like, they're not like super advanced clocks. They're like decent. They're all broken. Most of the parts of the clock are sort of bent and in some state of disrepair. One of them probably has a hand missing from it, probably the minute hand.
They set to the same time?
No. In fact, 2 of them, because of the state of disrepair and how the hands are bent or sort of just scattered next to the clock, aren't even really telling a time.
Red must run heavy.
That blood or berry juice?
My first guess would be cranberries.
My first guess was blood. Not gonna lie.
An eye given for an eye. I see there's a needle in where the doll's eye should be. I would assume
I'm gonna point
the eye of a
to Rap.
needle to sew in a
Sorry.
new eye.
I'm gonna point to Rap. Your backpack. And without even asking, I'm just gonna rifle through my backpack.
Okay, sounds great.
I have a mortar and pestle in my alchemist supplies.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to just kind of grind down these cranberries, because after like hearing cranberries, I'm like, it's a doll, so it might not want just. I'm not explaining anything. I've just gone full think mode.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to kind of grind up the cranberries into like some sort of not like as much of a mush slash sauce slash liquid as I can.
Yeah. I was gonna say
If I
wrap with the sauce, but Eggo with the sauce. Yeah, absolutely. You're able to pick the cranberries off of one of the bushels with no issue and grind them up, and they do make quite a sort of dark red slurry.
what happens if I pour it into the mouth?
Okay. Are you pouring like all of it or like just a little bit?
Just a little bit, like maybe like a quarter of what I've made.
Okay, yeah. Roll me perception check as you do so.
Got it. Is it perception because it's his eyes, or perception because it's an intelligent, or it's a wisdom, and it's a mental stat?
I've said that I'll let you keep your mental stats, so I will let you keep your
Okay.
perception.
Cool. Not that it super matters, because wisdom's crap.
Still better than mine.
I was gonna say I don't think you're getting any favors if you swap either, man.
Fair. The 12.
A 12.
Yeah, but like Lacey's the whole reason I have decent perception.
As you begin pouring in some of the cranberry juice, this is fairly obvious, so you can notice this. You hear sort of a faint clicking from within the altar, almost as if something is turning. And then as you stop pouring the juice, it stops. You can also notice that the pipe has partway filled up and then sort of drained into the altar.
I'm gonna pour the rest in.
All right. As you pour the rest in, the pipe sort of fills up partway, and after a couple seconds of pouring, as almost the last of it goes in, you hear a much more final click. And as you pour in the rest, it simply sits in the pipe, and no more clicking from within the altar occurs.
You know, it didn't require a blood sacrifice. I'm gonna go
I'm
break
sure
off.
blood sacrifice would have still worked, but yeah, that's nice.
I'm gonna go break off some teeth of the comb
Okay.
and see if I can put it in the mouth of the doll. I have Tinker's tools, I think. Hang on.
Yeah.
To help me with that. Do I have Tinker's tools? I am absolutely positive I have Tinker's tools. Hold on.
I mean, yeah, you would as a artificer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're breaking off the teeth to the comb and then trying to like see if the teeth will of the comb will individually fit.
Yeah, into the mouth and give it
Yeah.
as nice a smile as I can.
Yeah. So as you go to look at the top, essentially gum of the doll, it's sort of, as I said, had that flat nutcracker smile, and you see that the gum is essentially a rectangle and does indeed have several very small holes arranged across the top of it. And as you, presumably, if you're going ahead with this, are you sticking the little teeth into the holes?
Yes.
Okay. You once again hear the same kind of clicking inside the altar, and as you stick in the last tooth, the clicking once again halts.
All right, we got the teeth and the red. I mean, a sewing needle has an eye, but I'm not sure what the trade. Doll needs an eye.
I mean, what happens if you just if we just take the sewing needle, like, I mean, it's not gonna fit in the eye socket, would it? In a weird
If
way?
you would like, you can look at the eye socket.
Yeah, what does the eye socket look like?
Yeah.
Like, what
Roll
kind of
me an
mechanisms would be
investigation
there?
check.
19.
19. With a 19, you can see that at the back of the eye socket, there is almost similar to the gums of the doll, a very small hole. Quite small.
Like needle small.
Like a needle size.
Like needle small.
Yeah, so if I put the needle in.
So,
Damn, these people
as
are
you
smart.
insert the needle, you hear a final click, and then you start hearing a different clicking. The pipe slowly begins to fill up with the same red juice, but at this time, what floats to the top as the juice begins running out of the doll's mouth is a small wooden key. It sort of just catches on the lower jaw of the doll as the juice runs out onto the floor.
Still kind of in think mode. I'm just gonna snatch it without even thinking.
Yeah, it comes out of the doll's mouth with no issue.
And try it in the door behind us. Or the north side door.
Okay. As you try the key in the door, it opens.
And what's on the other side?
Oh, well, if you couldn't guess, it is another, this one, albeit very short, hallway. This is really only about like a 20-foot hallway, and on the other side of it are, you guessed again, one more set of double doors. And these double doors have an image on them. On each double door is the image of a fountain.
I have another quick question.
I possibly have an answer.
Item proficiencies.
I will say that you
Body or
have the
mind?
item proficiencies of your character sheet. Yeah, body.
Got it. I'm gonna walk back up to myself, and I'm just going to give, Ega, just,
No, evac.
Evac.
or Evect, sorry. Evect, no, wait, shit. I'm messing myself up. I'm taking my own sword back. It's very important to me. I'm taking Featherfall back. I don't think I actually said the sword's name is Featherfall.
I do not resist.
And who is Ega in?
I'm in James's body.
James's body. So I'm gonna. Do you want this back then? Honestly, I don't trust any of this, but.
I want the body back, yes.
Well, yeah, I'd like the body, but like, do you want the bow back? It's your bow.
Alright, it's body proficiencies, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking over at... I don't know, I'm just looking around. Can he even use a bow? I mean...
Oh, we're rocking with body proficiencies.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought I said that. Maybe
Oh.
I didn't. Maybe I fucked up the way I said that. Sorry, it is body proficiency. So
Got it.
basically, you can retain your mental stats. So intelligence, wisdom,
with ya.
charisma,
Okay.
and the according saves. I will say, for just purposes so that your character functions, if you're fucked mechanically because you're keeping your mental stats, I will let you replace your spell casting with the spell casting that you should have. Like, I'll let you specifically, like, does that make sense? Replace your spell casting.
Yeah.
Keep it as it is.
Then
If you
Aside
have a
from that,
charisma stat,
basically, if you're fucked over for spellcasting because you're keeping your mental stats, for spellcasting, roll what's on the sheet. If you are rolling like an intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check or save, roll with what's on your character sheet. Everything else should be what's mechanically the other body.
Okay, then
And
I'm not gonna take back
oh, glad
my
I
sword.
saved.
I'm just gonna draw out of the bow and ask, is everyone ready then?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
I draw the scimitar that James has and the shield. I'm ready.
Oh god. All right.
I'll draw the long
Actually-
sword.
Actually, he's got a sword. I'm gonna instead equip the sword since I'm more comfortable. Rap would just be more comfortable with that, anyways.
Okay, fair enough.
Feels weird being the big guy here. All right.
Hey, at least the big guy's smart this time round.
Go.
All right.
Open the door.
Are you opening the doors? Wonderful. So, as I will say, let me make sure your tokens are all in the right spot. Hold on, everybody. Make sure you don't screw you over by moving your tokens to the wrong spot. Okay, so I will say, in terms of marching order, let's see.
I'm up front.
We would have Ega first, I believe, right? Technically.
Yes,
as
Aga's body
Buddy,
first.
Ega, Rap. Don't worry, I have a way to do this for initiative.
James.
It'll be good. And then, all right, I assume physically James?
Yeah.
Or mentally James? Great. Physically James is next.
Would probably be pretty close to the front too.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm having a hallucination. Where's James? There's James. That one's James. Okay, great. Okay, so we have, in terms of Lebody, we have Ega, James, and then who's next?
Eora.
Yolra, fantastic. Great.
And then Vect would probably, I don't know where Vect would be. They have a sword, but also they have magic.
I'll just
Well-
put you next, and you can figure
well,
it out. Don't worry.
The thing is, would you know how their magic works? Like,
I'd probably be
instinctively.
Well,
That's the issue with the whole
It's-
body swapping.
yeah.
You have to take some creative liberties. It's one of those moments where I'm like,
James does have somewhat similar spells, so they'd probably be able to work out what you've got.
I mean, if you can figure out how to pull the sword out of mist, I think you're pretty alright as far as doing things, because the sword doesn't actually exist anywhere on my body, it just materializes.
Remind me how long a short rest is.
1 hour.
short rest is usually an hour. It's one of those things where I imagine that for anything like spell casting or weapon wielding, your body would essentially, or even like almost physical, like neurons of your brain would have like, it would almost be more like a reflex. Like, you know, depending on your level of arcane knowledge. So like, you know, Ega could probably cast a spell still. Would he know what he was casting or what the fuck was going on? Probably not. But for those of you who have arcane knowledge, if you essentially just have access to a different spell list, I would assume that you could reach out your little magic sense of, I don't know how to explain this. I would classify it as more like a reflex thing. So, and that's how I would run with it, but I agree that it's not perfect flavor-wise. Okay.
Aga suddenly turns into a bear.
So then we have, body-wise, Aga, words,
James.
James, Eolra, Evect, and Rap. Last. Question mark? Great. So,
Question real quick, what time is it? Roughly?
in the game or in real life?
In game.
In game, between everything at this point, it is probably about noon.
I don't know about you guys, but I could use a quick rest before we possibly encounter something that needs to be fought. No? No? Alright, never mind.
I mean, if there's no party consensus, especially because y'all were pretty much basically like, we're opening the doors!
Yeah, that's why I said alright.
Yeah, I
never
thought
mind.
we were. Yeah.
Fine.
Sorry.
Pretty much. Y'all kind of just went, all right, let me in here. Which, you know, I like the gusto, people. It's good. It is overall a good thing.
Wanted my
So-
Misty step back. Fine.
Oh, Rap's
Um,
excited to be the big guy for once and not a 17-year-old, but like at the same time, he would like to be a 17-year-old self again as soon as possible.
Yeah, instead of being a 17-year-old, you're a 16-year-old.
Well,
But you're a big one.
But a big one.
I'm a big one, not a slender little
Yes.
drow boy.
the largest individual.
Yeah, I know,
simply
Eric, sorry.
Chonkin,
But, yeah.
Donkin Hadon.
You were like, I was about to eat some
So-
chips, that's why I muted.
As you all go into the next room, what you would see is I have to reveal shit. It's such a pain in the ass. The following bullshit. Reveal the very bottom, technically. My god, I hate fog. Anyway, as you all walk into this room, what you would see is the following, which is you are essentially the main part of the room.
Don't forget this
slopes
time.
up. To either side of you are essentially stone walkways that are level. The numbers that you see because the floor slopes up as you go further in are essentially like the difference between the walkway and the ground. Does that make like roughly sense?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So
Did we forget
No.
to
as
move
you
us
go
up
towards
map?
like the fountain at the back, the floor slopes up.
Wait.
Milo, can you move us to the new map, please?
Fuck! I hate my life! Thank you. Sorry. It would probably make a lot more sense if you had a visual for it.
It makes a lot more sense now, yes.
Okay. Floor. Slope up as further in. Walkways. You also see 6 stone pillars. They don't connect with the ceiling. The ceiling is pretty high in this room, probably about 100 feet high. And at the back, there is a fountain with faintly glittering waters. As you walk in, you would spy the same sorcerer from before, who appears to sort of be glumly dangling his legs over the edge of the pillar, seeming rather despondent.
Oh,
And as you all come in, he sort of looks up and seems quite surprised. What? You all beat the puzzles of Duphens, Mertz, the Grand Sorcenator? Blasphemy! Well, no matter. I suppose you all are here because you want your bodies back. Oh ho ho be. Well, unfortunately, the body swappinator can only be cured by what's behind me. So, I suppose you all are going to have to come and get it, or I'm going to have to take out the trash. I'm going to need you all to roll initiative.
The natural 20.
But, by the way,
Yeah, what's up?
Aiden,
What you want?
you have advantage.
Oh, it's fine. I
Very
got
good.
a natural 20 anyways.
Oh,
I
Jesus,
got
y'all.
a
Oh yeah, 'cause
17.
tireless. Or I mean first strike.
Got 17 for mine.
Fantastic. And let me open the playlist and start the music.
What kind of
Five.
stats do you have? Initiative
Okay.
plus 3.
Oh, I know that there's a way to do it in Roll20, but I have to figure out it in between sessions. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna use the whiteboard. So, I did hear that. Oh my fucking god, I hate my life. I did see that. I did hear that there was a nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aga's,
That
Yeah,
was
we are barbarian.
I
Or
got-
our fighter has
I-
nat 20.
Aga's body goes at 27.
So I'm going to rate the body first, and then, and I'll make a note of this at the top, but I can also clear this up as we go. I'm going to write body first, and then person, like mental person.
Like Ega/James.
Yeah. So the first one will be
Ega/Rap.
Ega with the brain skadoodles of oh god, who does Ega have the brain
Rap.
skadoodles of? Yes, that's what I thought. I heard James and it threw me off and I was like, no, that can't be right. Did I mess that up? Fantastic. Love knowing that also my music is just going to be constantly copyright blocked instead. That's very cute and fun. But that's fine, that's not really a concern for right now. So, did anyone else have like 19 or like close
Yep,
to a nat 20?
19.
Is this one gonna work? This one's gonna work. Oh yeah. So who had the 19?
Me. That's Aga in James's body.
Fantastic. All right, and then, did anyone else have a 16 or above?
Clear, we've got Glor going on my initiative, right?
Yes.
I got 17 as evac.
17? Okay.
Yes.
Anyone above 17? Okay. So, evac body, except James' brain. Fantastic. And anyone get a 16 or above? Okay. I have to spell this name correctly. It's a horror show.
You're a bad guy?
Yeah. The spelling is too complicated.
What, for Duphens Mertz?
It's spelled differently!
Everyone can
It's
spell
obviously not
Doofenshmirtz.
Doofenshmirtz, the evil scientist that we all know from the hit cartoon Phineas and Ferb. It would never be that.
Yeah, just drop
Great.
the CH, right?
11 and above.
Why does Doofenshmirtz have a doctorate in again?
Evil.
I don't remember. Yeah, it's probably evil. Yeah, in fact, here, you know what I'll do is I will edit the name.
Oh, he has a fake doctorate. Okay.
Yeah, fake doctorate. There we go. There's an update to the name. So, no one with an 11 or above? Great. 8 and above. 5 and above. Nat 1? 2? 3?
Nat 1 for a 3.
Nat 1 for a 3. Okay, where is Eolra going?
Said
I
5.
assume... Oh, 5? Okay, my bad. Sorry. I did not hear you. And then, lastly, we have or evac. But hey, at least if you get beat up, it'll be rap instead. Right? Yeah, that'll make you feel better.
So, Dr. Doofenshmirtz failed out of his major Evil 101 and bought a fake doctorate instead.
Oh, God, that's a lot of numbers. Okay, fantastic. So, it is going to be Rap's turn first, cosplaying as Zega.
Quick, the walkways are higher than the sloping floor?
Yes, they are elevated.
Okay, thank you.
Don't know if there's a
Go
good way
ahead.
to
I can
denote
get
that,
to 'em.
but these are elevated.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry to interrupt.
Nope,
Go
you're
ahead.
okay.
So I can move like there.
Yes,
Or-
the
okay,
pillars
it's on the
themselves
slope,
are
yeah.
20 feet high.
Oh, he's up on the pillar.
Yes, if you want to change your movement, you can. I realized I didn't draw that, and I thought I did. The pillars themselves
Are 20 feet high. Okay.
yes.
Then I am going to distance myself a little bit, like around there or whatever. And I guess I am going to have to use the bow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fire a bow.
Okay,
shot.
go for it.
So. Be a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
My good die is actually helping this turn. And that's going to be a 2 piercing, but that additional bit because of first strike.
Oh, the first strike is a complete extra attack plus a D8.
Oh, I'm with you. So then I'm gonna do an extra attack then as well. Fire
Okay,
that
I'm
second
sorry,
arrow.
just to make sure, because I had a moment of brain. What was that first? What was the roll to hit, and then what was the damage? Or are you doing something else
The
first?
first one was 21 to hit
Oh, yeah.
and 2 damage.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I never added the modifier at the end, so you have to manually add the
Oh.
dex and strength things.
Wow.
Sorry, those
Your
are
character
Gotcha.
sheet better.
Th-
I'm kidding. it's
those
fine.
those change, so I
Damage
don't
then.
write them up.
6
Yeah,
damage.
it's okay.
And then the next one was a 16. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, so wait, the first one was 2 damage?
6 damage with the modifier.
The first one was 6 damage. Okay, great. And then the next one was dirty 20 to hit will hit.
Yeah, and then that is
A D6 plus a D8.
that will be that's 10 damage.
10 damage.
Yes.
All right.
Piercing. And then that's gonna be my turn.
Awesome. You seem to deal a decent blow to the sorcerer, and he recoils. What? Serpier would never do this to me! How rude! Alright, next up is Ega as James. Which means you, Mike.
Yeah, I know. But
Okay.
I vaguely know of the magic in the body, right? So I can just randomly roll a spell.
Here's the thing. I would ask DM to player that you not fireball your entire party. Beyond that, you do what you think will be the best spell.
Uh-huh.
It's fine. The good
Yeah,
news
I don't-
about if anyone ever gets put into my characters, I only really build utility. They're gonna be fine
yeah.
for the most part.
Why do you think I shoved that idiot in your flesh? He can't do that with charm there. I'm kidding. Mostly. Kind of. Sort of. Maybe.
So I move up, 30 feet. And I think I saw you cast Ice Knife once before.
Did I cast Ice Knife?
I don't know, it's in your body, I'm using it.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's in your body. I'm using it.
So,
oh god, y'all.
do I just click the cast button? No, I don't. Because I don't have... Oh. Ah, shit. I don't have use permission on your character sheet.
Ice Knife's just gonna be... If I can find it.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 will just hit.
Cool. That's a D10? Yes. Ah, crap. D10. Plus 3. So that's 4 damage, and he needs to throw a dex save.
A dex save. Alright. Oh, buddy. I don't think a 5 is going to save. And you said it was 4 damage?
Yeah, but now I roll the damage for failing to save as well.
Oh, good. You do that.
So that's an additional 9 damage.
9 damage.
So that's 13 total damage from that attack.
Wonderful.
I'll just wait, where was it? Yeah, I'll take the... I'm assuming you cast at first level, I'll just take it.
Yeah, I cast it at the first level.
Yeah. So, how does Ega cast spells, by the way? I mean, honestly, I'm just fascinated to know, to be honest with you. Like, what does that look like?
So, look at my hand. I just will it into existence. And hope that it works.
It does.
Does it work that
and
way?
honestly, the
Oh, it's
sorcerer...
verbal. Knife.
Knife. And honestly, the sorcerer does not seem to be doing too good. He's sort of hunched over in pain. Alright, now it is James' turn as Evict.
Alright, I'm gonna hope we don't have to... I'm gonna hope that we can kill them just fine. Where am I? Which one, where am I?
I think you... Yeah, you're this
That
one.
one. Alright, I'm gonna get line of sight first off.
Okay.
So just probably move, I'm assuming right here is just barely. I'm gonna stand right around here.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll give you pretty much just line of sight currently.
Okay. Can I move them? Oh, I can. And then I'm gonna cast the old favorite, Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll me that attack.
It's yeah, that's a charisma spell. Yes, charisma cantrip. Charisma cantrip.
Yes. You can use whatever spellcasting mod is on the character sheet.
Okay, I don't have to use my own.
No, sorry. I clarified that because I don't want that to be unbalanced, and
Okay then.
you can use your spellcasting modifier normally.
Does a 16 hit?
That will hit.
Okay. Then 1d10 possibility. Where's my d10? There it is. It's the one that looks like a d100. I'm going to assume a 0 is actually a 10, or is
Yes.
that a 0? Okay.
That is correct. A 0 is actually a 10.
Okay.
And you do get to add the charisma modifier on top of that.
So that is 13 damage. That is maximum damage.
Wonderful.
Don't think he's
Vexen
standing
does
there
know how
for
to
long.
fight, It's just he doesn't like me.
So talking about D10s and how to read them, I have one of those D10s that has 00 for the 100.
Okay.
That's technically the D100 percentile die.
Yeah, exactly. Is the 00,
What-
is that
what
max or minimum? Because I've had
So,
discussions with DMs about that before.
Is the I'm assuming the point of the D100 is to roll it with a D10?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
roll them back.
You're supposed to
Yeah,
roll a
so-
percentile die with the regular D10.
Yeah, you roll this for the 10s. And then, let me just swap it. I have it in the other hand. And then you roll the regular D10 for 1 to 10.
Okay. Yeah,
The
since
zeros
my
would be minimum.
Okay, so you...
Zeros are maximum because 1 is minimum.
Yeah, because...
Not on the percentile die, because you can't go beyond 100.
But you can go to 0?
Double zero.
That
Yeah,
makes
well,
sense,
that
because
would
then
mean
you
that
can
10.
roll-
That would
you
mean
can
that.
roll
roll
exactly a
it
10, a
with it,
20,
you
a
get at
30, or a
least a
40.
1.
God, let me look at
Then
this.
you can't get 100. You can
No.
get 1 to 99.
I don't know.
No,
Is there an
just-
official ruling on how this is supposed to work?
Wait, is
So,
it-
the way
wait,
you can read
so-
it is
wait.
the zeros on the percentile are your max, so you'd roll the 00 plus a 0 is 100. Or you could rule it 00 is the lowest, so
So
then you
house
roll
rules.
90 plus your D10 is 100.
Yeah, you
I
would
had to
roll.
look at them, which oddly enough, the closest ones I had were the tiny dice. But actually, so for the regular, yeah, that's so because makes sense to brain. I would actually do it as 10, and then if you roll a 0, that would be no, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Fuck, I hate
Because
percentile dice. They're ridiculous.
Yeah,
Me, it
So-
makes sense for
That's why I
the
like
double
rolling 2
zeros
D10s
would be-
instead.
I feel like
to
it
me,
would.
it makes sense that the double zeros would be minimum, because then
yeah, because then you roll the percentile plus the value
Yeah.
of your other dice.
Because then, if you roll a 0 on the percentile, then you roll. If you roll a 0 on the smaller one, then that's a plus 10 onto that.
Exactly.
So you can,
So
90
it's a
plus 10. Yeah. So at minimum, you will.
You would roll a 1
you
to 90 plus a 0, so 10.
you'd roll 1
Yeah.
to 100 if you have the minimums on the double zeros.
Yeah, okay.
And
So, I did hear an Eldritch Blast. Is that the end of, James as Event's turn?
I think so. Unless you have anything hidden in here that. I can
There's
cast,
not
I
a
think
huge
that's
amount
it.
of bonus action stuff.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, that would make it Mr. Duphens Mertz turn. I have to check one thing, which is okay, great. Which means that should be great. He is going to once again disappear in the same flash of dramatic red mist and appear on top of this pillar back here. You all are so mean. Well, no matter. Taste my Shatterinator. And I'm going to need, that would be Rap as Ega and Ega as James to make Constitution saving throws. That's using your body because it's Constitution. There you go.
That'll be a 21.
Okay. A 21 will save.
Dice are back.
And for James's body, a 9 will not save. So, I have to roll. I'm so good at this game. I'm not really. James, is going to take 16 thunder damage. And so Ega as James is going to take 16 thunder damage. And Rap as Ega is going to take 8. Oh my fucking god. All right, guys.
I do have something to DM you real quick because it's very
great.
important.
Sounds good. You can absolutely do that, or whichever you'd like. If you will DM me as well, whatever it is, please do. So, James is down, which means, no, you're just unconscious now, Ega. Enjoy a little sleep. Fantastic. And I think that is going to be his turn. Which means, that it's time for the other fun to join in, obviously. So, as this is all going on, these 2 doors on top of the walkways fly open, and peculiar little things start coming out. They almost sort of just look like a stick of wood. And as you look further, you would see that they're actually brooms walking on 2 little legs, carrying none other than buckets. So,
Of blood.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. Pure and simple.
These are going to make it to about there, and they are going to begin marching down the walkways.
Anybody else hearing the music?
What? No, it's a coinky dink. So.
Oh wait, is it actually playing? Because my brain was just.
Oh, it is actually playing. 100%. It's
knew
what
it
I was
sounded
pissed off
familiar.
about because this is a weird orchestra version because the actual version is copyright restricted. Anyway, they are going to begin walking down the walkways, swaying merrily, carrying buckets. For anyone who'd like to know what's in the buckets, you can roll a perception check. Aside from that, that means it's the Aura's turn. What you gonna do?
Check. I got 18 plus 5. 2. So a dirty 20 to see what's in the buckets.
Awesome. It's acid. Or at least you're pretty sure, because it sure looks green and bubbly.
Fantastic. All right.
Hey.
I need to check range on something real quick. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to run a lot. Well, as far as I can. Oops. I meant to move myself, not measure. Sorry. That was the 30 feet, right? Yeah. And that's not far enough, so I'm going to use my action to dash.
Okay. Most importantly, I will say Glor will also go on your turn, of course, so whatever Glor would like to do.
Well, since the bad guy's 30 feet up, or 20 feet up in the air, is not going to help him much.
Should have ridden Glory into battle.
Glor's not big enough for that.
What? You can't ride him like a horse?
Nope. Not unless you're a child like Rick's.
Mm.
And large, yeah.
So I'll throw up the initiative order before I forget, just so people have it for reference.
Okay. Glor. Glor is going to... Glor can't do shit while he's up in the air.
It's a shame, innit?
Hmm.
Whine menacingly.
This is why you build a cannon in your dog? I have questions, man. I have questions about your logic.
Always working on improvements. That might be one of them. But not yet.
You gotta give him like a cannon bark. It's gotta be like Bolt, where he like barks and it's like the most powerful thing. Like he has to like bark and it starts shooting lasers.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say I'd give that to you because it seems awesome enough, but man, I might just give that to you because it seems awesome enough. Anyway, what you doing?
And I was muted again
Yeah,
because I just ate something.
Glor's
Is
gonna run
Glor
up-
staying put or?
No,
Okay.
Glor's gonna run up to where I am.
Cool.
Assuming he has the speed to do so. What
The
is
speeds.
his speed? Oh, he can actually get even further towards the pillar that is keeping the bad guy out of his reach. Glor is annoyed.
Just remember, crying is a free action.
Just remember, crying is a free action. Yeah, it's okay. You all are allowed tears during this episode. It's all right. It'd be fair.
Since I had to use my action to move closer, that's all I got.
All right, which means, Evan, it is Yvek's turn as Rap.
You can fly. Just pointing
I
that
think
out.
Well.
you can fly. Yeah.
No, I can't fly.
I don't know your character sheet.
Bonuses. It's under shifting, under features and traits. You gotta click on it, cause I haven't specified, I guess, which one I am. I'm a swift stride shifter. So my walking speed increases by 10 feet while I'm shifted. And I can move up to 10 feet as a reaction when a creature ends its turn within 5 feet of me. That does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Wonderful.
I'm still thinking I'm just kind of feeling out of sorts. And I will use the correct tool. And me and Lacey move up our 30 feet. And I believe I've got a decent line of sight for an Eldritch Blast.
Sounds correct. Are you doing that on one of the brooms or Mr. Sorcerer Duty Do?
Gonna do it on Sorcerer McFace.
Sorcerer McFace, excellent. We shall see if it hits Sorcerer McFace.
It most likely will not at I want to say 15.
A
Got hit.
15 will hit,
no.
actually.
It is a 14 because it's only a +4 to hit. I got a 10.
14 will not hit. I am so sorry.
My cape doesn't billow. Everything is wrong.
Can you billow your feathers? Can you feather the feathers? I don't know. Aiden, give input on feather billowing ability. Okay, I will say that will take us back to the top of our initiative, which will have us as Rap as Ega.
If he's still up on that pillar, shit.
He do currently be. He do currently be.
Get there and fire off another shot at him.
Okay, sounds good.
The natural 20.
Natural 20 will hit.
Let's go.
Question: Can I? This is a bit of bartering here. Can I forego crit damage to knock him off the pillar?
I will accept that. given he is going to be knocked. You don't get to choose a direction. He's going to be knocked off away from you because you're shooting him,
That's
right?
fine. That's
Yep.
A-okay, yeah. Bro, that's max damage anyways. That's 8 points of piercing. These
Awesome.
chest X dices are popping off. I've never used chest X. I need to start using them more.
I will say I also have to see if he takes fall damage.
He's falling from 20 feet, so yes.
Yeah. I think do you only
a
take
good
it after
point.
the first 10 feet?
Yeah, but the
Or-
dice will stack. So you don't take 10-foot fall, but you'll take a 20-foot fall at the 2 steps.
Okay. So, you said it does 8 damage for the straight up hit,
Yes.
Yes.
and then I'm rolling what 2d6 for fall damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Let's
there's a
see how.
maximum fall damage? That's crazy.
The maximum fall damage is 20d6. So if you fall from the stratosphere as a barbarian, you still won't die when you hit the floor.
Incredible.
D&D has no exploits whatsoever.
Nothing.
Unfortunately, I will share that he took minimum fall damage. He rolled 2 1s on his d6s. So, he will land relatively surprisingly unharmed on his feet, but he's not looking too good at this point. I can say that
Man did
much.
a combat roll on landing.
I know. He did the tuck and roll. He did like some like cartoon physics. All right. As James, it's your turn, buddy. You wanna?
Let's see.
I don't.
That save is con, right? Or is it a flat dice?
Let me check. I don't know. Sorry. Hold on. I think it is just a regular. I think it's a special thing. Yeah, I don't think it's a con thing. I think it's just like you roll a d20. I will say before I forget, I can't remember. Did you two agree on saves public or private, or did you two have different opinions?
I was wondering
Uh,
about
I'm gonna-
that.
I
I'm gonna
was
go with
fine with-
whatever.
I was
fine
private
with
to you.
I'm fine with private.
You're fine with private? Okay, so please make it private and send it to just me and Kira, whatever the death saving throw
Sure.
is.
Just
Thank you.
making sure. There it is.
And of course, do make note of everything, all the features and whatnot.
80-20. Yeah, I know.
Cool, thank you.
GR. Wait. I mistyped that.
Okay. I don't have it yet, so.
There it is.
Oh, I forget you messaged me things in Roll20.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It's an advantage. It's an
There are
advantage roll.
so many numbers.
Okay. It's the last bit. I'll send it to you in
Last
DMs.
part.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that. Okay, that works. Thank you. Sorry. Fantastic. All right. Awesome. Well, that's gonna be your turn. James, as a Vict, it's your turn.
All right.
Your
Hold
own
on.
body has
What?
collapsed, by the way, obviously, as you can see.
Yep.
That's fun.
Real quick, I can't quite remember. It's been a while. I can't quite remember what constitutes as a failed or successful save.
10 or higher is a success.
10 or higher. Okay.
Yes. So 9 and below
Unless
is a
the
failure.
damage you took is more than 10.
Yeah.
No, which it
No,
shouldn't. I don't think it should be.
If the
It
damage
should-
you
it should
took
have-
is more than 21, it's 10 or half the damage taken.
Whack.
Okay.
Don't. I think it's just 10 for this.
Oh, we're not talking about concentration. My bad. We're talking about.
Yeah, and even if concentration, it would.
Alright, so
Alright, whatever. 10
I'm
and
gonna
above
move
success.
myself. Gonna move myself right up here, the 30 feet.
Okay.
And then guess it's time for some more good old-fashioned Eldritch Blast, everyone's
I
favorite
love it.
move in the game.
Everyone's favorite move in the game.
Everyone's
Honestly,
favorite.
a classic. No one can beat it.
Oh,
There you
ooh.
go, bud.
That is 22 to hit.
22 to hit. That will hit.
And then 10. That is another maximum damage, 13.
Holy shit. Alright then.
So do you just want to play Evict for the rest of the campaign? You're doing it better than I did.
I just need more spells that deal D10
you said
damage.
it's 13, by the way, right?
Yeah, 13.
Awesome. Evict is absolutely killing it out here. Funnily enough. Rather, James is. And Duphens Mertz, Grand Sorcenator, is now bloodied. So, is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Well, it's now my turn. And what is he going to do? What would you do? What would you do? What would you do? He will probably fix his gaze upon Evict. And
Body or brain?
body. So James. And I'm going to need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
You're passable at these. Go for it.
You can do it! You can do it!
That is a 13.
A 13 will just barely not save. And you are now charmed.
Oh.
You can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Wait.
And
Wait, I just remember. Is this wisdom saving throw from Evec's side or my side?
you keep your mental stats. So this is
Oh.
wisdom saving throw with Jama's wisdom.
So, okay. Never mind. Add 3 more to that. That'd be 16.
You will save. And then that is actually going to be his. Well, what else is he gonna? Is he gonna do anything? No, that is gonna be his turn. But of course, aside from our dear friend, y'all have some more problems than that. I think that's math. That should be right. And I know I can click the ruler, but come on. Awesome. So, the brooms continue moving along the walkways, and more of them are also going to begin to appear.
What direction
aside-
are they heading?
They are all
Like,
marching.
They heading towards us, or
They are marching towards the center. While they don't have faces per se, they're certainly not moving away from you. I could put it that way.
Seems like they're
So-
walking something like this. So, up the walkway, and then across.
Fantastic. So, with that, it's Yora and Glor's turn.
Okay.
There are brooms walking towards you, holding buckets full of acid. And there's a sorcerer.
You know, he seems to like acid so much. I'm gonna cast Tasha's Caustic Brew at what's his name, sorcerer dude, and see how he likes acid when it lands on him.
Okay.
Cause fuck him. I'm mad.
Okay. You can't be mad.
Okay. So, he has to succeed in a dex saving throw.
Okie dokie. He's great at these. Does a 13 save?
Meets beats, doesn't it?
Yep.
It meets beats.
Damn. Yes.
Alright, he will save.
Damn.
Whatever that means for the spell. I don't remember.
It means...
I believe this is a save or suck spell.
I don't know what that means, but he doesn't take any damage.
Alrighty.
That's what that means.
Thank you. Alright, but he's also on the ground finally, right?
He is on the ground. He is most definitely at ground level.
Glor is gonna take a chunk out of him.
Okay? Go for it.
Find Glor's things. His attack. What's my spell attack modifier? Right. I remember that now. Cool. We'll use... you, please?
This is fine.
That's a nat... Wait. Nope, that's cocked, actually.
Okay.
This is fine.
It was cocked to almost a nat 1.
Okay.
I'm
still
only
that
in
one.
someone else's body,
Oh.
laying here,
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah. Glor fails miserably.
Glor attempts to go up and bite him and just gets so distracted by the brooms, the fancy movie fetchy sticks. There's no hope. It's unfortunate.
What's a movie?
Dog.
Dog problems. Alright, is that Eel Run Glor's turn?
I guess.
Alright, evict as Rap and Lacey.
Alright. I will move up to the downed James and attempt to stabilize him.
Okay, awesome.
I should say the downed James's body. This is not going to go well. Is this a medicine check?
Yes, it is.
Yes, unless you'd prefer to try and give him some of a potion of healing or some such, which I would also allow.
Yeah, either a potion, a healing spell, or a medicine check.
You know what? No. There is a potion in this inventory, and I know I can pay it back from my own inventory. I am going to use one of the potions of healing. Well,
Awesome.
the one potion of healing that I see in the bag.
Alright, you will be able to use that potion of healing, and you can sort out the politics of that later. And yeah, you can sort of tilt it back down his throat, and whatever healing he receives will go to the body of James and the mind of Ega, currently sleeping, dreaming sweet dreams of whatever Ega would dream about. I don't know what Ega would dream about.
You know what
Ega
I
has
dream
dreams.
about. You know what I dream about. We've been over this.
That's true. I don't know. You could have like just a regular, sheep. Could be sheep.
I do like bacon.
Alright, that is
Bacon?
going to be 9 HP.
Cool.
Awesome. You may add 9 HP, and James is up. By which I mean Ega, and James's body is up. Thank you, fantastic. And then, if you would like to still do something on your turn, I will still let you do something on your turn if you would like to do that as a bonus
It's
action.
an ugly one.
I think interact with object can be a bonus action, but I'm not sure.
Feeding a potion is an action.
Yeah,
Is it
that
really? Alright, never mind
rules
then.
is written.
Fair enough.
But I think I have only moved 15 feet, so now that my
You can move.
comrade is up, I will
Stupid. Anyway.
continue along my way and post up next to myself and just kind of, well, giving my my body a silent.
So you literally just roll up next to him and just like check him up and down. All right, I'm here for it.
He's
All right.
putting me to shame.
You be better than I be. All right. Raph as Ega, it is your turn.
Since Glor's on the sorcerer and he's down, at least for now, I'm gonna run up to this guy and I'm gonna bash him with the longsword.
Yeah, go for it.
The 15 to hit.
A 15 will hit.
And then that is 10 slashing damage.
Awesome. With 10 slashing damage, the broom will fall to the floor, and I will need you to make a dexterity save to avoid the buckets of acid that fall to the ground and splash out.
Dex, you said?
Dex, please.
That will be a 15.
A 15 will save. Ega, with some surprising spryness, is able to dodge the acid, and the broom falls, appearing to be no more than a normal broom, made of splinters and shit.
I mean, Dex is the only save Aga can do.
You know, what can I say? Good for you. Are you really bad at all the other saves? Even strength and con?
Adventurer doesn't get saves. I have to spend feats to get
forgot
saves.
Your class is fucked. Oh, buddy. Alright, is that going to be all?
Yes, sorry.
Alright, Ega James, it is your turn.
Okay, so half movement to stand up. And then...
Yep.
15 feet over here. And this worked the previous time. But now I'm gonna put more of my mind into it.
Okay. He's gonna brain even harder?
Yes. And I'm sorry, Glor.
Oh god, is this gonna hit Glor?
Ice Knife is a 5-foot
Yeah.
AoE around impact.
Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, that was a d20 plus 5. So a 22 to hit.
That will hit. I'm assuming that will also hit Glor.
No, Glor has to do a dex save.
Oh, Glor has to do a
Glor
dex
has to do
save. Okay.
Yeah, and so does the wizard.
Okay.
Okay. Wizard will make dex save. That is notched.
I believe the hit is only for the initial damage. No
Yeah.
matter what,
Okay.
they'll still have to do a dex save.
His save will be a 17. The
Okay,
wizard's.
so he saves.
Glor's a 12.
Glor doesn't. Okay, so the... Let me just double check
So
the
you
damage.
only.
No.
They
Because
still-
this is what the wizard takes. The wizard takes 6 damage.
Okay.
Three d6.
And what does Glor take?
Plus 3. And Glor for some reason takes 12 because the knife explodes.
Oh my fucking god, is Glor okay?
He's still standing.
Okay.
And that was a second level spell slot.
Don't kill my
That was
dog.
a second level?
Yes. The only I thought it would increase the main dice, but it only increases the explosion dice.
Funny! Oh god, alright, well, you've learned today. You've learned today.
Also, Aga doesn't do magic. I just know I can throw a knife in the distance.
So he just knifes as hard as he can and hits the fucking dog? Alright.
I mean, I just happened to roll high on the knife. exploding.
Yeah, okay. Is that your turn? Are you done?
Yes,
dealing
that's
enough
my
damage
turn,
to the
I'm
rest of the
sorry.
party? I'm
Right?
kidding. Alright. It's James's turn as Evect.
Just see a face palm, like, God. Alright,
James would have in fact witnessed himself throw
Yeah.
and mostly hit the dog. Yep.
well,
Mostly hit
is this still line of sight, or do I need to move around myself?
No, you can shoot through your allies.
Yeah, you would have to move. Well, you could move to get to line of sight pretty easily, and you can move through
Yeah,
like space.
I'll just move up
Yeah,
here.
that would also work.
And it's time for everyone's favorite encore, Eldritch Blast.
Wow! Eldritch Blast! Let's see
Yeah,
it!
I know.
E
If
to the
only
B,
Warlock
E
had...
to the-
And this is the reason I tried to build a Warlock around something that wasn't Eldritch Blast. But I got yelled at because why wouldn't I take Eldritch Blast?
But Eldritch Blast is so good.
That's a nat 20.
That'll hit! Oh, poor Evect.
And that is that's 7 damage.
Okay. Sounds good. Is that your turn?
That is indeed my turn.
Alright! Well, it's once again time for Duphens Mertz, who is not looking terribly hot. But
7
that's
damage.
okay, because
Wow.
he is going to... I have to check what... Check one thing, but what I want is this.
Wait, you rolled 7 damage on 2d10 plus the damage modifier?
I assumed that was a
2d10.
rough roll.
Oh wait, is
Yeah,
that
you did crit.
22?
I
You said
assumed
crit.
that was the crit
Oh,
damage.
crit. Oh,
I
shit.
just assumed you rolled like really fucking low. I was surprised you
no.
didn't say anything though.
I forgot about the crit thing. So that's another 4 on top of that.
That's another 4. Excellent. He is not looking terribly good at this point. And he is going to double over and then let out sort of a wheezing cackle.
Alright, I'll admit it. You all are even stronger than Sir Pierre. You leave me no choice but to use my strongest eachother spell.
And he is going to cast. Have to check my thing to make sure I have this right. But he is going to cast at... Oh, what can he cast this at? Let's find out. At 3rd level, Magic Missile! So, he is going to... Let's see. He is going to, first of all, direct one dart to hit Eolra. Or... I'm just going to set these all at...
Laura's gonna use his reaction to deflect attack.
Okay.
Means that there is disadvantage on the attack roll of this.
Magic Missile doesn't have an attack roll.
Magic Missile does not have an attack roll.
Yeah, and it specifically... Oh, I thought
Oh,
it
okay. Never mind.
No, it doesn't. I thought it did. I'm thinking of shield.
sorry.
I'm gonna
It
use
was a
my
really good try.
reaction for shield.
Okay. You are able to shield, and the magic missile is harmless. Leaving 3 more. He's going to direct one at Evect in the body of... Well, hold on. No. Sorry. James in the body of Evect. Other way around. And that will... I'll roll for these. Why not? Fuck it. Life is fun. And that will deal 3 damage.
How far away are they?
How far away is he?
I know
Let me
how
draw.
far. They're not on top of anything, yeah. Are they? No.
Yeah, he's about 30 feet away. Yep.
Okay.
Um,
If that's the case, I
Uh-huh.
like to react with Hellish Rebuke.
You can do that. Go for it.
Alright. Do you not? Wait. Do you not have hellish? Oh, we only have it at 2nd level. Okay.
You're muted.
They need to make a dex save. They need to make a dex save.
Okay. He will attempt to make that dex save. Will a 12 save?
A 12 will not save.
Okie dokie. Roll your damage.
That is 10 plus. That's an 18. And that is a 21 fire damage on Hellish Rebuke.
21 fire damage. He drops to his knees and he is not looking good as the hellish flames sear into his body. And he is going to be able to cast the last part of his magic missile, and he's going to direct them, I think, at you again.
So how many darts do you say he has?
So I actually have more than 2. So I start with 3. I've fired 2. I should have another
3.
2. Yes.
You
so
said
3
level.
total. Yeah,
you said
3.
level 3 magic missile.
Level 3
right?
should be 3 more. So 1 more
2
is
more.
going to go at Evict. For a total of 2, and then another one for another total of 2.
All right.
Force damage. And then the last one, where will he send the last one for funsies? He will send it back at Rap, or rather Evict in the body of Rap. And deal 3 force damage. And at that point, it's the broom's turn. So, this broom is going to move up here, and I'm going to need Ega to make a dex save as the broom attempts to dump its contents on him. This broom
I'm sorry.
is
That's a
going to move
9.
up to Eolra and do the same. A 9 will not save, and Ega is going to take... Ega's going to take 5 acid damage. And then same thing with Eolra.
I'm sorry, what?
And
Wait.
Dex
what-
save.
what-
Please make a dex saving throw as the broom marches up to you and attempts to dump its acid buckets on you.
Okay.
And
I
same thing
still-
for...
I still have my shield up.
I don't think that affects saves, though, unfortunately.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
And James in the body of Evict is going to have to make the same save. The rest of these brooms...
Which kind of save is it?
It should be a dex save.
Dex.
5 plus 15 is math. Yes, that's good.
Oh, that's a 7.
A 7 will also not save. And the body of Evict is going to take another 3 acid damage. And unfortunately for Ega, the other broom is also going to make it to Ega, and I'm going to need, Rap in the body of Ega to make another dexterity saving throw.
All right.
I think I did
And
Much better.
a 17 will save. You will not take any damage. And then lastly, of course,
I
Two
got
more
a
books
12
back.
on mine.
you got a 12.
Yeah.
Okay. 12 will not save. So you are going to take 2 acid damage.
Okay.
And then the rest of the rooms continue marching out, and wouldn't you look at that? It's Eolra and Glora's turn.
I hate these things. I am going to try this again.
You're gonna hit your dog, right? Right?
I'm gonna call for my dog to move.
Okay,
Thank
sounds
you
good.
very much. I was just making sure I could hit the broom.
Okay.
Which I can. So I'm gonna try Tasha's
He
Caustic
will-
Brew again.
Yeah. Okay. He will not bother taking an opportunity attack against Glor, for the record.
Oh, awesome. I didn't.
He
think
could
about
have,
that.
but he will not,
Glor would
since
take
he
it.
doesn't fucking matter. He doesn't really have that good of a melee attack.
I'm going to try Tasha's Caustic Brew again, so he has
Alright,
to make
and
a dex throw.
that is a dexterity saving throw, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, will a 9 save?
Nope.
Okay.
So he takes. Where'd it go? Oh, oops! I got the wrong dice. And he's covered in acid. And the broom also gets hit. So it needs to
Okay.
make a save too.
Okay. The broom will roll a nat 1.
So I need another D4, and I never use D4, so they're at the bottom of my bag. I got 'em. Thank you, though. Ooh, pretty.
It's why I bought one of
So-
these things to organize my
This
dice.
turn, max damage. Fuck yeah! They each take 8 damage.
So, there's going to be a couple of things that happen, but first of all, how do you want to do this? Because
On which
he
one?
does not have 8 HP left.
Awesome. I'm hoping we're not talking about the broom.
We are talking about the sorcerer. We are indeed talking about Duphens Mertz, Grand Sorcerer.
I am going to let out like just a roar of rage. This day is just like, what the fuck is going on? I am like, I have no idea what is going on. I'm mad about it. And then he dodged my first acid attack, and somebody shot my dog. I'm gonna take it out on this guy, even though it wasn't him, and just blast him right in the face with the acid.
Incredible. He, with a scowl, goes down. No! And in some sort of delusion, he seemingly says, Sir Paneri, not again! And then collapses onto the floor. The most notable part is that as soon as he collapses, all of the brooms will also. Which means that thankfully, there are no more magic brooms. And unthankfully, if you are within 5 feet of a broom, or in Egga's body's case, 2 brooms, you're going to need to make dexterity saving throws to avoid the buckets of acid that fall as the brooms do.
A
These
separate one
ones
for
will not
both.
affect him. Yeah,
Wait,
unfortunately.
the one that I just
Killed.
hit with acid, did it survive to fall?
I mean, here's the thing. The brooms are immune to acid damage because they
damn.
carry buckets of acid.
Fair enough.
So it's not, how do I explain this? This isn't the acid attack though, this is simply the buckets falling.
Yeah, no,
one
that's
of
fair.
them is dead.
I
It
did
is
not make it
a-
out of 10.
A 6 and a 16.
Okay. The 6 will fail, the 16 will not, so it's going to be 2 acid damage from one of them.
I got a 10.
A 10 for this should save, so you will not take any.
I
And
got a 16.
that will also save. So thankfully, as the brooms fall, most everyone is unhurt. And you all have indeed defeated Duphens Mertz, Grand Sorcenator.
Sorcerer
So-
McFace.
Before you all is the body of a sorcerer, splayed across the ground and a little bit riddled with acid. And before you, a shining fountain.
Well,
I'm just gonna try
pretty
to
sure you
walk
guys
up
need to go
the
drink
fountain.
that fountain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up to the fountain and
Yeah,
can I Arcana check before I do so?
Absolutely, you may.
Well, I'm not learning shit from the 8.
An 8 does not really tell you anything. The fountain's waters seem to glimmer. It is possible they could be magical.
I'm just gonna rush up to it. I want out
Okay.
of this body.
Okay. What are you going to do? Exactly.
Just gonna dunk my face in it.
So, I will say, would you dunk in like eyes and mouth and nostril closed, or just like
Closed, yes.
closed? As you dunk your head in the fountain, you don't particularly feel anything. You do indeed still feel very much like you were in the body of Evect.
What?
What if we drink it?
Is anyone else doing anything else with the fountain?
I'm gonna dunk my face in it as well.
Okay.
But
you
but
are-
unlike how James did it, I'm just straight up, face open, hop.
So, as all of you
I'll be
see
trying to learn
Ega
how
as
to drink out of a
James,
bowl.
pretty much. As you all see Ega as James face plant, mouth open into the fountain. Two important things happen. One is that in James's body, there's sort of a brief shiver, and then everyone begins to shiver as there's a moment of darkness. And no, none of you collapse this time. It's sort of more just like everyone sort of like has like almost like a little like seizure, for lack of a better word. Like there's sort of a shudder among all the bodies. Eyes close and open. And you all are blissfully back in your own forms. You are back in your own flesh.
Yay!
Yay! So I haven't kept track of how much damage Aga's body has taken,
You have 19 HP.
and that's from full.
That is from full. You have 19 HP.
Cool. That means I have 18 HP.
Uh,
I took 1
Raph
damage
should
with the
be-
trap.
Oh, yeah. Well, hang on. Hey, no. You didn't take 1 damage from the trap. You took 1 damage from face planting on the other side of the trap.
It's because of the trap. Potato, potato. James, you have 9 health.
Yep, I was keeping track of that. I had both sheets open.
Okay.
Yeah, Rap should be at 16. I just couldn't adjust the health.
Rap is going to immediately kind of nuzzle Lacey, and he starts to tear up a little bit, but...
Lacey,
Evect-
I presume, would nuzzle back.
Evect's cloak immediately starts to just billow. He missed his fidget. And,
Absolutely.
I will also fish out one of my healing potions and hand it to Rap to offset the one that I used on James's body earlier,
Oh, thanks.
which I couldn't take the potion off your sheet anyway, so I already took it off of mine.
Good.
I'm looking around at everybody. I assume I didn't do the shivering and all that shit.
You didn't. You would be the only one who actually noticed all of this happening because it would be happening in real time to the rest of them.
So I'm gonna look around. Everybody back to normal now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yay!
I'm gonna do the stupid. I'm gonna take another drink from the fountain.
Okay. Roll me a luck check.
You know what? No. You failed me last time. Let's go with this dice. That would be a 5.
A 5. As you drink from the fountain, the water is cool and refreshing, but otherwise doesn't seem to have any effect on you that you notice.
Alright. Shall we? I'll go ahead and start checking the. I guess being mindful of the acid. Can I loot Sorcerer McFace's body?
Absolutely. On Sorcerer McFace's body, his cloak unfortunately is very destroyed. It's, he had sort of this green cloak thing going on. Nah, that's mostly been eaten up by the acid as all of this has been going on. However, you would find a couple things of interest. You would be able to find one, a pouch containing 12 gold pieces. And the other thing that you would be able to pick up if you'd like would be his wand. Sort of like a twiggy wooden affair with a rather gaudy base with sort of like a dragon claw like thing with like a pink gem. Sort of like you see the staff, but imagine that was a wand and like smaller.
May I inspect the wand?
You may inspect the wand. Are you just like looking at it? Do you have identifier or a spell like that?
I don't have anything to identify, but I'd like to see if I can make out anything without such a spell.
Yeah, you can certainly attempt that with an Arcana check.
Alright.
Yes,
So
my
that will be
favorite words.
A 17.
A 17. With a 17, I will give you that you're not sure exactly what this wand does, but the last spell that he fired seemed to be of sort of a same bright pink color as the gem of this wand. So, I will also need all of you to roll me a perception check, if you will.
Yeah.
13.
19.
19.
17.
8.
8. Okay.
19.
All of you would notice that as you've been standing here, there are two things, which is one, the glimmer of the fountain has slowly faded, and two, the brooms themselves have essentially crumbled into dust at this point, including the buckets. You can see them sort of almost like kind of Thanos snapping, basically, in real time. Sorry not to traumatize you all, but essentially just breaking down. Aside from that, it's quite empty and quiet. So,
I will pass my cut if I can have the wand.
Wait, what are you doing with the wand?
He wants the
Well-
wand instead of his cut of the...
Instead of my cut of the money.
I'm gonna say it's 15 gold pieces because I forgot it has to be divisible by 5, and no, you only get loot if you're here, so it's gonna be 15 gold pieces. Yes, it was always 15 gold pieces. I don't know what you're talking about. So,
I think for now that works. Maybe later when we find out what it does, we might need to work something else out.
I don't need the wand, I'm good.
Can anyone else maybe tell what it is?
Stick.
I mean, it's not just an Arcana check, right? You don't want to
It'd be an identify spell.
identify spell. Yeah, I don't have it. I think warlocks even get
You have to get Trixie, but they do not inherently come with identifying. Like, artificers might.
I might, but I don't.
It is Bard and Wizard exclusively.
that is
Why did
fascinating.
wizard?
Which is
The-
really weird that artificers don't get identified, but alright.
No, I could have taken it. I didn't.
Artificers get the wizard spell book. You can also get it through.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I forgot
Wiki,
that it's a same spell.
5e.wiki has artificers listed.
Let's.
It's an expensive spell to cast, though.
Not really. You need to own the pearl. You don't have to consume the pearl.
That's true.
Yeah, you still need the pearl.
If identify gives you a material, that's no. If you go to the trouble of taking identify for the limited uses you can have identify, your spellcasting focus will count, or you can have the pearl.
Oh, okay then.
This is one of those times where and for the record, I assume that hasn't come up yet. I'm very much inclined to waive exceptionally minor and weird material costs like that. Like anything that costs like over 25, 50 gold piece, like if it's like, 200 gold pieces of diamond dust, yeah, you're gonna need some diamond dust. Aside, like if it's like you're reviving someone. Aside from that, no, it's stupid.
To
I
carry
don't
rotten
believe
food
it.
around to
I mean,
cast the
so
Tasha's
technically
Cauldron.
the identify spell needs 100 gold pearl, which is why it is kind of a stickler for a lot of
Okay,
people.
fair enough. I guess that one, I don't.
But it doesn't
think
consume the
that's
pearl, so that's why it's an annoying spell.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, what I'd tell y'all is that throughout the campaign, like if you go to any major town, you can go to like any sort of like person there and like get shit identified if you want. So
But
I will
Would
say,
be surprised if the fortune teller could tell us as well.
obviously there's a little bit of a split here, but I assume that you all would prefer to leave off in this room and pick up next time, like here, or would you all want to try and go anywhere with our last 10 minutes?
no, I think we'd probably want
Sounds
to post
good.
up for maybe a short rest at the very least.
Please.
Since,
Absolutely. If you
somebody
all would like to
almost
take a short
died.
rest, you would be more than welcome to.
Alright.
But yeah, there's a few feats you can take that will give you access to stuff like that, like the Fey Touched feat or the Magic Initiate feat.
Where's my?
I will
D10?
say before I forget that for just next time's purposes, for orienting you all, there's no door sort of back beyond the fountain. Like you all can explore the room. You could go through the broom doors next time if you wish, but like there's not really anything. Like there's not another door that goes deeper.
It's
So
gonna be a weird amount of like this clay dust, just like piles of it.
true, if you do want to get dustified broom, you can if you feel very strongly about that.
How does
Lots
short
of
rest
solid.
healing work?
You can roll as many hit dice as you want.
But up to a certain limit, I'm assuming.
Level is your cap.
Levels
Yeah.
you can. Okay.
So you only have 3 currently. So
I think I'm the only multi-classer, so
and
it
even
doesn't matter. It's just based on your hit die.
then, you still have 3 dice. You
but
probably just have
The
3
kind
different
of dice
ones.
change.
Yeah.
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 I got a D8 and a 2 D10s.
And then I see a +2, +4, +6 for each one. I'm just looking at through Beyond real quick. Is it proficiency per or constitution per?
It's plus your constitution. So
Okay.
whatever hit dice plus constitution.
And then Avec took 3 magic missiles, right?
I think a total of 3. Yeah.
Do we remember how much damage that was, or?
I want to say it was 2, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Something like that. You could roll with like 2, 2, and 3 if that's fair to you.
That
I know
sounds fine
there was
to
a
me.
2 and a 2, and I think those were the ones that hit you. And I think
I
the other
only
one was
remember a
3.
2 and a 3, so I was
Sounds
gonna err
good to
on the
me.
side of 2, 3, and 3. But if you were willing to make,
Yes.
oh no, I do not have 217 hit points.
2, 2, and 3 is fine. I mean, after all, at that point, it's pinching damage pennies. So. All right. So. I will do my little official ending, unless anyone else has anything. And before I forget, because I like doing it. You all went into the caves originally looking for Rix's mother, and discovered the rather mad and grand Sorcenator Duphens Mertz. You found out what it was like to literally be each other, solved a rather creepy puzzle with a wooden doll, and eventually whooped his ass, and whooped some broom ass too. After drinking from the fountain, you all were restored, and you all will rest in that room before deciding what you would like to do next time, whether it's to attempt to explore behind the broom doors for whatever reason, return to the cave, search further, or simply depart. So, until next time on Dragon Ball Z. There you go. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay. That's all I
Happy
had.
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Happy Holiday.
Oh, wrong button. Thank you guys for showing up. If you like, leave a follow. If you really enjoyed, consider subscribing or donating. So this campaign will continue in 2 weeks, as per always. And I'm gonna try and get maybe some streams in the next couple of days, next week. You know how it goes. And yeah, have a good one.